Welcome to the Huts Hangout. Grab your blasters and blue milk because we're about to deep dive into the game where Huts rule and three scoundrels drill. On this episode, we have Bones, Matthias, myself, Womprat, and our special guest, Steve. How are you going, Steve?
Yeah, thanks.
Good to have you back. It's been a little bit, eh?
Not too long.
I expect a lot of one-liners and jokes, man. Keep the same.
Well, we're not got a huge amount to cover, but we'll see.
Use that same energy that I see in chat today.
We
Yeah, all right.
we may have ambushed him. The two topics at the end of the episode are not very favorable. So he is aware of them, but yeah,
Wait.
unlucky.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you're saying that datacrons is favorable? No. So add another one to that list.
Oh, mate, we've
Unfavorable.
Womps got them under control. So
Guys, there's a dick plate on Womprat's head.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the screen that I set up and I can't find it.
Does that make
Hey,
you?
that screen was
Damn
from the Gungies.
it was, yes.
Yeah,
But does that make you a
There
dick?
we are.
Does that make you a dickhead? Since there was a dick
yeah, it
plate on
does.
there?
I'm 100% a dickhead.
All
A
right.
dick
It's
plate
a
head?
well-known fact I am a dickhead.
He's a dick plater.
Now he's
mm.
gone.
Get it?
All right.
Dictator, dick plater.
Matthias,
Okay.
fresh off Three Scoundrels podcast. How are you going? Well, not fresh off
I'm,
it, but
I'm doing good today.
There we go.
Yesterday in the middle of the night, our pregnant pig gave birth, so we have 6 baby piglets running around in our yard now.
So
They're not actually running around; they can barely walk, so they're mostly just piling on top of each other for warmth. But not last night, but the night before, the number of pigs that I have went from 5 to 11.
Oh,
So
So
Ray Rock in
congratulations,
chat.
congratulations!
That's
You're,
sausages.
you're finally a father, Matthias.
I'm assuming whatever Ray Rock in chat said was
He
is
said-
am I the father or some shit like
No,
that.
he said that's a lot of bacon.
Okay, I mean that's
It's
funny.
going to be a lot of bacon someday.
Oh shit!
Okay, that's funny, but I just called Matthias fucking a pig, and that's his kids, and no one laughed. But we laughed about bacon. Come on.
Yeah, well, Ray
Yeah.
Rock was he was first.
Ray Rock said it first, and
He
Ray
didn't
Rock
say
is
what I said.
Generally,
But Mike had
funnier
to
than
talk
you are.
over me, and I just said Matthias is a father to pigs, not a stepfather, not an adopted father, like the genetic
Means-
father to the baby pigs. And you guys wanted to laugh. at some
Bestiality
bacon.
isn't funny.
Yeah.
Unless you're in
Yeah,
Wales where it's
but
passed
I don't want to think about that because
New
honestly, you
Zealand?
start thinking about that and it gets very wrong very quickly.
He did,
So
he
yeah,
lives out in the
let's
country.
move away from that subject.
How are you, Bones?
A lot worse now. Now that you guys treated me like that on my own podcast.
Tomboy.
No, I'm being an asshole. What do you know? But no, I'm good, man. Things are going. We're here. We're all here. We're all together.
Yeah.
We're all united. And we're gonna talk about some datacrons. God.
No, well, not as much as what you're
Not
expecting.
massively.
Womp
Not
and
as
I have
much
had
as
a
you
chat.
think.
Yeah, Womp and I have had a chat. I think we've got a better plan that'll suit. It's a mutual beneficial arrangement.
We put Womp on a
It
leash.
is basically, there's not going to be masses of details. It's going to be what ones you are probably going to want.
So it's still going to
That's
take
it.
us an hour, but it's not going to be 2 hours.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Matthias.
How are you, Womp?
Oh.
Hang on.
I am good. I got before my stream even started. I had my first Amazon delivery of the day. We've had the second one during the stream, but the first one came just after 8:15 in the morning, and it's a completely mobile heat pack that's powered. So it's just like I can just leave it on. I can charge it up overnight, and the battery lasts about half a day. So it's just like I got heat on my back. It's nice. I don't have wires. I don't have to use the microwave. It sounds so stupid, but it's just like this is pure heaven.
We both know that ain't going on your back.
No more
We
It's
know
on
where
my
you're putting
back
that.
now.
Does it vibrate?
It's no. It literally is just a heat pack, and it is so nice.
I think that they have little
No,
attachments as well. They're like socks, and they're called Peter percolators, I think, something like that.
Pizza?
Keep them nice and warm for you in the winter.
Are you being funny?
He's not denying it.
He's not, no.
he's still not. He's just shaking his head.
You guys are
All
just
right.
wrong at times.
What was the
wrong.
second delivery?
The second delivery
The
was stuff
attachments.
for the painting streams to make it easier. I might have to actually put it there, and you'll still have it turn black
Yeah.
because green screen. I've also got a new green screen on order, which isn't green. But that's nothing you need to know about. Honest.
Are you going back to blue screens like the old days?
Oh no! I will still have the green screen, but I'll be able to go. No, look, green screen, and it'll show the green. There's a special trick coming.
Okay.
There is a trick coming.
All right.
Just to confuse you all,
I'm already
especially
confused.
Bones. Look at his face.
I'm already confused.
He's already confused. Look at his face.
You've already done
Doesn't take
it.
much though.
Just hit cancel because you've already done what you needed to do.
All right. First thing, I guess, what are we doing with Matthias? We're knighting him or something?
Guys, Matthias has been here 4 times in a row. Do you guys know what that means? He gets promoted. He's no longer a special guest. Matthias.
You're like 7 times in a row.
It was something.
He's been counting.
I just pulled a number out. Before is the minimum.
It's more Bones is counting. You do know he goes 1 and gets stuck, so he just pulls out a number.
I also only have 3 fingers on each hand, so that's a problem.
His shoes off.
They asked me if I wanted to become a co-host again yet, and I said no. It's funnier for me to not be a co-host. It's a good gag for the stream. So instead of being a co-host, I have chosen to promote myself to the permanent, temporary, special co-guest.
So he's getting there. He's not quite there yet.
He's a co-guest.
But we have he has moved up in the ranks, so we can all rest easy for the next. Now he's got to go 26 more to get promoted, and if he misses 1, he's back down.
Yeah, I mean it's not going to be too much longer before I lose my streak, just due to having to go to reserve drill. So,
listen, man, I told young Skywalker the other day, Swugga first, your country second. Always. Serve your country second, Swugga first, podcast first.
TW walls before border walls.
Yep, exactly.
In the
we'll get to that subject. We'll get to that subject, Steve.
What the hell just happened?
In the immortal words of Bo Burnham.
My Zoom just froze and died, so you'll need to kick the other one of me out. Because I'm just sitting frozen in the chat, so
what the fuck?
There's now 2 of me. I'm taking over.
Okay, well remember,
I don't have
host.
authority to kick you out.
There we go.
No, that's all right. It'll figure it. Yeah, there we go.
Okay, all right. Sorry.
But now I'm in the top corner, but that's all good.
What the fuck?
That's
did you
fine.
do, Mike?
It just moved around who's where on the stream. It's fine.
Yeah, it's all good.
It just means that now, whenever like somebody says certain things or triggers certain things, it will be this person likes pine cones, and it's Steve. Steve likes pine cones. How did we not know this, guys?
Also, Mike is just like that. Mike is now the special co-host.
Yeah.
Anytime you're up at the top, you're inferior to the ones at the bottom.
Yeah, I'm gonna get my head covered over soon by something.
Oh well, I didn't look this up. So
Most likely.
What were we talking about
normally.
before you fucked everything up? What happened? What were we talking about?
I think we're
Matthias?
just still talking in general.
Matthias.
Matthias.
No, we're done with that whole thing. We're moving.
Knighted
We're ready
him.
to move to the next thing.
Yeah.
So it's just Steve. How are you, Steve? Other than the TW
No,
incident,
he went first.
He said like 2
I'm
things.
always
Oh.
yeah.
So it's
Guess
you.
always first.
It's you. For God's sake, Mike. How are
Yeah,
you?
Mike. Mike, how are you?
I
Very
didn't
nice.
have an answer prepared for this question.
Okay, right, we'll move on.
All right, now.
Oh, fuck.
Good, yeah.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
What did I do this time?
He's moving up. What?
He's moving everybody around.
I did, and now
Oh,
it's
no.
turned it into... Oh, that's me. Okay.
Oh, so organized.
All right.
Oh, we're
So-
back. We're back. That's cool.
Yeah, we're good now.
Okay,
All right.
cool.
So
Yeah.
first topic, Womp wants to take the lead on this.
So, something that we've noticed, something that's gone on, and its creators making videos about it as well, which is bad. There are people bullying in our community. Guys, there is no need for it at all. Like, yeah, we joke on here, we say fuck you bones, we have a laugh. But guys, there is no need to bully anybody in any community ever. Yes, we joke with Bones. He enjoys the joke. The second somebody says, stop that fucking shit, it should stop. It's like we have the joke on my stream of Everton. It's a swear word on my stream. We joke about it. I don't care. It's something that's fun and part of the stream. When you're going on Reddit, when you're going on to their Discords, when you're going to other locations and continuing to harass people and they're telling you to stop, you have a problem you need to stop. That's an end of. What's going on with Egnards needs to be put to an end. So if you are part of that problem, guys, please understand, I'm not trying to be an arse here. I'm saying that shit just needs to end here and now.
I'll be the asshole. Fuck you. And if you're someone else doing anything similar to anyone else in the other community, fuck you. Look at yourself in the mirror and be a better person. Fuck. Of all the things going on in the world, that's the last thing we need. Like, just fucking stop. And especially, so like, we're morally bringing this up because it's happening to Egnards, and he's one of our great friends. He's like the nicest guy in the world. Like, the nicest, and he will give you your fucking shirt off his back to make sure you're okay. Why?
It's just a shame it's going to be a Broncos shirt.
Yes.
But
Mike, I love that you're getting into the American football jokes. Mike sends me a fucking referee meme every fucking day. Mike's the biggest bully on our thing. Anyway,
Mike bullies the shit out of Bones.
We are trying to be serious though, because when
the
Matthias
thing,
says
the
split,
thing, the thing is on Reddit in general is not a great community. Like, there is constantly shit being talked on there. I absolutely hate it. It's why, yes, I have a Reddit account. You will never work out my Reddit account. Yes, I have another account that is for the Lost Womp Rat. I haven't logged into that in over a year. Over a year. My other Reddit account is on the forums. You will never work out it's me. Because, yeah, I don't deal with the shit. But at the end of the day, what Egnards is like on there is basically, this is the information. This is exactly what it is. If you want to be wrong and put your what's it up there and say why you are, expect to get bloody called out by people that have got data. If you've got data on something and you show this is actually the right thing, you're screwed. They're going to be a dick to you. But at the end of the day, Reddit is a bad place.
But it's not just Reddit.
It does not need to spill over onto Twitch. It does not need to spill over onto YouTube. And it definitely doesn't need to spill over into Discord. That shit needs to stop.
That's where it started in Reddit, but then it went into his Discord, and they're spamming porn bots, and there's all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
And people are leaving in droves, and they knew that's what would happen. And they're tagging everybody and everything, and I think he even had it shut off to where, so I think that guy was like taking the time to individually tag each name so he could get around to everyone. Like, that's how much time they're taking to like do this. So I get it happens to a lot of people, but that's what I'm saying. Not just Egnards, but everyone. Just quit being a fucking asshole. Like, whenever I used to work in Dollar General, like, just being overly nice, and I've had people say, you made my day by having a conversation with me, by just being nice to me. It's actually goes a lot farther by being nice. Also, I think it's harder to be an asshole than it is to be nice. maybe for other people that's not the case, but like just or if you just want to be an asshole, don't do it at all. Just don't say anything.
No.
If you don't agree politically, or if you don't agree with someone's stats, and you say something and it starts getting just negative in any way, just fucking quit. Like, bullying doesn't discriminate in any community or politics. Like, there can be a bully in every place. So just goes out to everyone. And if you're having a bad day, I find myself doing this on accident, and I kind of like accidentally take it out on people. Just realize that you might be, if someone says something to you, like Womp said, maybe you're being an asshole. Maybe it's not the other person's fault. So, I mean, you guys can say what else you saw, but just be good to each other.
It's like
just be nice, be good. Damn it.
Be
the main
excellent
thing
to each other.
The main thing I always say is, if you're having a bad day or need to talk to somebody, my DMs are open. I don't care. If you're having a bad day, you can talk to me. You can message me. You just have to be in a server that I'm in. I'm in every main server of Swagger. End of. So, yeah, you can message me. I will try and sit and give you the time of day. There are going to be days where I can't reply. But it's like, I will try and help if I can. There is no need to go out of your way just because you're having a bad day and take it out on others. There are guys out there that have said, if you're having a bad day, you can message us, you can talk to us. Scribe says the same. You're having a bad day, you can talk to me. I know he's on holiday until today. But at the end of the day, guys, come on. Be nice to each other. It's a lot better for you. It's a hell of a lot better for you.
But I second that.
End of the day, yeah.
If you need someone to talk to, I'm always here. I've always been here I answer all my DMs. It's not like I'm famous, so I have time to talk to anyone.
Yeah, only
shit behavior when you see it, and go show Egnards all the support and love you can afterwards.
Yeah. Yep.
Honestly, please, even if it's just his latest video where he talks about it on YouTube, go and put a like on it. Go and watch it. Sounds stupid, but that will help more and show more support than anything else.
I've also said that, like, no matter how hardened someone might act to you or that you think, there's people that will never show their emotions to even their closest family and friends. But they could go home and fucking cry themselves to sleep. You know what I mean? Like, they could literally be really hurting and not ever show it to anyone. So just because you think someone can handle it, and a lot of us can, but even I get to a point where when, like, I'll say my opinion about a game, like the game, and like these know-it-alls, no offense, Womp, but think that they have the data, but really, I'm not really talking about the data people, but they think they know better, and they don't have anything to prove it, and they will bully you into submission. I see it on Facebook and Reddit. Like, if you give one take, they will just, maybe not they, but some people will just fucking attack you. So, I don't know where I was going with that. I had somewhere to go with that, but anyways, yeah, show him some love. He could use it. Well, what I was saying is, like, even if you think he can handle stuff, sometimes everyone has a breaking point. So just be kind and, respect people's boundaries and fucking show them some love. I'm talking about Egnards and I'm talking about people in general because it is a problem everywhere. And it's sad that we have to address this, but sometimes people just need to be reminded. Be fucking nice.
Yeah.
Anyone else want to touch on that?
Like, I think Egnards has come off quite a good beginning of the year as well. Like, with the Gungies, I thought, like, I fucking loved them. And I can't wait to see sort of what he has planned for, next year. So hopefully this sort of shit doesn't keep going and he gives up or doesn't do sort of as much content in that. I just find disappointing with the amount of effort that people go into. Like, I mean, I sort of just turn up once a week and talk shit for a few hours, but like Womprad and you, Bones, doing your streams a couple times a week, and you've got the Cantina as well, Bones. It's just like, I see how much effort you guys put in, and for just one or two people just to be dicks, and it just really disheartens me that's I get it. It's enough to sort of change someone's attitude about how much effort they're putting in and that sort of stuff. So yeah, I just hope that we can support Egnards, and if there's anybody else going through the same sort of thing as well, to help them out. Because it's, yeah, the amount of time that we spend watching content on the game we love. If a couple of those content creators started to drop off, yeah, we'd miss it. Definitely.
And if someone tells you that people don't notice the bad comments, they're lying. You could give us 1,000 good compliments, but it's the 2 people that are being assholes that we're not going to forget. And that's sad, but that's just human, famous people say that about their criticisms about them and their movies. It goes the same when we see comments on our videos and stuff. Or when you send a DM saying, I don't like this about you, change this whenever you do your podcast next time. I get those all the time. That's what we remember. So before you watch something, disagree with it, and want to just grill into somebody, don't fucking do it. Just say, I disagree. Just maybe word your stuff differently. But yeah, that's all I'm going to say. That's all I can go on all day about this shit.
I'll steal Matthias's words from the Scoundrels when they talked about this topic. That if you are complaining about or think that someone's not doing a very good job, fucking do a better job yourself. I know that, Womprad and Bones in particular, because I see what they do. Yeah, I think it's not something that everybody can do. It's not as easy as what people think. So, yeah, that's all I've got.
On a lighter note, you think you're better than me at GAC? You think you can click harder? You think you can overanalyze and beat me? Then fucking do it. Until then, shut up, and you're not better than me. If you are not 11.5 million and you're not in Kyber 2, I don't want to hear your shit.
When
give me a month and I'll be above 11.5 million.
when you guys were doing the GACs on Avant's Twitch earlier, I was like, I should probably just log on to my account and just do GAC just this one time just to see how I went, but nah.
Oh, you could have. You should have said something.
It's not. I'm not. It was more just I'd probably get 3 battles in and be like, yeah, all right, Bones, you can do the rest. It's like a novelty thing. I had the opportunity, but don't really think I would have enjoyed it. So, yeah.
Deathhelm says if you're 14 mil in K1, yeah, you can talk shit. But more people talk shit who have been here less long as me, have less GP, and are not in below Kyber 2. Most of those people are trying to tell me how to do things. If you're not above me and all those things, don't talk to me. You can talk to me, but don't tell me what to do, damn it.
Yeah.
Because I am the best GAC player out of all my co-hosts on both podcasts. It's a proven fact with my record against all co-hosts. Womps over there. Womps over there.
Get a few more fights in.
Womps over there you motherfucker. Wait until you see my defense.
Yeah.
All right. Have we got any more comments on
make you cry
on the Egnards content creator side of things, or any
final? It's just one of those where the main thing to take away from this is if you see bullying in the community, just turn around and stamp the fucker out. Turn around and call them out on it. Yeah. I couldn't give a shit. Call people out on it. One of those.
Yep.
Yeah, you guys all know
you
me. I'm the asshole, right wing, every kind of ist in the world kind of person, and I'm over here telling you, stop fucking bullying.
Would you quit admitting that though?
You're not a
quit wearing that with pride. It's like you got a Hitler flag on your fucking forehead.
I'm not wearing it with pride. It's just an assumption people have about me.
But
I know it's an assumption people have about me. I'm not gonna fight against it, I'm going to use it to my advantage. And my advantage is me saying, you guys think a lot of people, I know there's a lot of people in this community that think I'm an asshole. And I'm telling you guys, like, I don't think that the bullying is okay. Yeah. So if you're out there thinking that the bullying is okay and you think that I'm the asshole, maybe you should have a little bit of a fucking introspective.
That's true. Yeah. You have some conservative reviews, but you don't ever bully anyone about them. And yeah. And politically, Jesus, fuck, there's a lot of like crazy bullying on each side. It's like a war out there with you guys on the internet. Between you guys' extreme sides. So yeah, just be nice to each other, everybody. Right. We'll get to Swugga. Yeah. Enough seriousness. Yeah. It's time to be stupid. Yeah. Talk some Swugga.
Couple of quick topics before we get into sort of the Datacron and Conquest sort of thing. Pardon me. So we had Boss Nass is now accelerated, and a little quality of life update possibly for the future. The Hunter Cron, normally you're required to be Relic 5, I think it is, to get the...
No, so the last few have been, once you're 7-star, you get it.
Yeah.
This one has been the first one where it's, number one, you have to get to Relic 5.
Yes.
But secondly, you need 2 other characters at Relic 5 and not put it out publicly that was going to be the case.
What? That's for the new marquee?
I assumed that was going to be the case because I thought that's how it's been in the past. Personally.
Yeah. No.
Wasn't Great Mothers like that? In the
past, no, the Great Mothers Cron, as long as you had them at 5-star, they would work in the tier that gave the Datacron. So, yeah.
Jack's saying
Jack
it was
Daniels
the same.
is saying it was the same. I thought I had to get them all Relic 5 to be able to get Great Mothers one.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that they required Relic levels.
Either way, that's shitty. They'll have to go back and forth on that. Like, just pick one and stay with it.
Yeah.
That's silly.
But anyway, so now it's anybody who's got him to Relic 7 to 7 stars will get the Datacron.
Which in an update in the near future.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's slightly more manageable. Yeah. But it still requires obviously a bunch of whaling. So
and realistically he's not going to be useful outside of the new Bad Batch team anyway, so
no. We will be covering this.
No, it's useful with Balin's goal.
It's going to be a case of Hunter fucks off to Balin as his 5th and becomes utter disgust.
Yeah, true.
Okay, clear this up, because you just told me he had to be at Relic 5 or 7.
No.
5.
No, he has to be at 7 stars.
So he doesn't have to be
Relic. No relics.
No. You just said he did.
Tier 1.
Now,
in the past, the Great Mothers and that, it was Relic 5 to do the tier. And looking at the event currently, it says that all 3 of them need to be at Relic 5. But they reckon they're fucked up, and they're saying that anybody who gets him to get to 7 stars will get the Datacron.
So they're changing it, is what you're saying?
Yes, mid event.
Okay,
they've now changed it.
All right, sorry.
But you won't see that Datacron unless you have all 3 of them at Relic 5. You would get it right now.
Mm-hmm.
But if you get him to 7 stars in the future, you will get the Datacron in whenever the next update is, probably.
Sorry for asking so many questions, because it doesn't make a fuck to me personally. So I was just trying to clear that up for myself.
I assume that the update in which we'll receive this Datacron will come in about 2.5 months, a week before the Datacron expires. So you'll get to use it in 1 GAC.
Yep. 1 GAC, guys, because you guys are.
And at that point, Hunter won't be getting used with Balin's goal anymore because he'll have the full Bad Batch team out and available.
So Death Helm also said that if you have it from the Relic tier,
you're going to get a second
Datacron.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, they said that in the EA forum post. They said yes, if you've already gotten it from taking him to relics, you're also going to get another copy in that update.
Yeah.
Steve, how can you prolong this already long talk about Relic 5, whatever the fuck we're talking about right now?
What?
I'm looking forward to the Jocasta Nu Q&A because there's a
What?
couple interesting points in there.
Yeah.
What?
Huh?
What?
Where?
What?
Who are you?
What?
Who are we? Huh?
Oh God.
Where am
Bones has
I?
lost his marbles, guys.
I love
it's
Bones has lost his
Matthias
marbles.
who's lost it.
Yeah, Matthias says.
I just kept saying what until everybody else started saying it too.
I love Lamp.
You probably
Yeah,
do.
It's
no
like having
comment
two
there.
demented uncles.
All right. So this is what Steve's looking forward to. So the Jocasta Nu Q&A response.
Jocasta
So
spell on you.
where these questions come from, like, I don't know. Some of them are just a bit weird. But,
No one's asking these questions. They come up with the questions. They tell you here, submit your
They
questions.
definitely do.
Then they create their own questions because you can't prove whether someone asked these or not, and then just put them in there. You submitting your questions does no good. There's no cool or funny ones.
Don't stop bullying CG.
Meathead, comes up with his own questions that just happen to be, every one of them's informative, and there's no like outlier or one that's kind of strange. The reason why is because they've created them from themselves. Continue on.
There is some strange questions, but there is some that are good.
yeah.
So we'll go through them. We'll talk about them because some of them might give inklings to what's coming, which is quite nice.
So the first one is because we currently, any of the Conquest lifters that have come out, none of them are for a legendary character, right? They're either a GL character or like Luthans for like Mon Mothma. So none of them have been for an actual legendary character at this moment, which they've said in the original post that Jocasta Nu is going to be the lifter for the legendary at the end of the event, era. How fucked it is that they've already got a lifter for a character that's not even out. Blah, 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 blah. We've gone through that. But they've said that basically it's going to be like any lifter where it's going to bump the team up a little bit. Anybody want to additional thoughts on that?
Steve?
On that one, I just say we've got to wait to see what the actual team is,
Your name's not
what
Steve.
it actually does, the mechanics of it. There's nothing there that's like we need to massively talk about.
Yeah.
But Steve just said he's excited for the Q&A, so...
So there's 2 points in particular I'm excited for. That's not one of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in general, I don't like it because I enjoy Conquest, but it's far longer than it needs to be. It requires too much time investment for my liking. Like, I think they should halve the amount of nodes and halve the energy refresh delay, and halve as in double the length it takes to regen the Conquest energy, and then halve the amount of Conquest energy you get per refresh. I think the whole thing should be a lot more condensed than it is. I think it's far too much.
Okay.
But in terms of... Normally I would be very annoyed that they're releasing a Conquest unit before the Legendary is even out. Because it does feel a little bit... I don't know. I'd say it exclusifies the Legendary a bit more, which I don't particularly like. I don't like gatekeeping content. But at the same time, it's Conquest. It is kind of accessible for most people in the game for free. And they can win back some goodwill. I don't think they will do by revamping some of the kits for the older characters that are in the Jedi Vanguard tag, which is one of their points that we'll get to in a bit, whether or not we think they actually do that.
Yeah.
At the very or most, they're going to give him one of them an Omicron. One or two an Omicron. Because they will not... they don't do redos anymore, or whatever. What do you call them? Remakes.
Yeah.
Or remasters. Characters.
Reworks.
There we go. Every word there is, but rework.
I think
Yeah.
if you're looking at how you said it was sort of like makes the legendary sort of exclusive, right? I think that most people who are at the level where they can unlock her first go around are more than likely the people who are going to be able to get her legendary character. Maybe not straight away because you kind of have to be a whale, and not everybody who can complete red box is a whale. Like there is a bit of a you'd say there's a section of people there who do red box free to play, right? Quite easily.
Yeah.
But you would say that of the population, the ones who are getting red boxed and like maybe are free to play, they're more than likely going to be at the point where they will get her a bit quicker than say Bones, who's going to have like 6 farms before he looks at getting her, sort of thing.
Well, like
Yeah,
I'll
it's
always
just an annoying hurdle to get the proper team up and running for
Yeah,
a
I
good
get
amount
that.
of people.
But Mike's right. Like I'll unlock her, I'll red crate all three. She's gonna sit there forever. Because first of all, I now have to farm the marquees free to play. So what's that fucking 5-6 months before I'll ever get that team? And that's how I'm just now farming quad main. Now I could have used her a long time ago, but like I unlocked Luthen day one, didn't work on him until like 2-3 months later. So I guess if anything, like don't feel like you need to get any of these conquest characters instantly. Obviously, do your best and try to get them so you don't have to. You just don't want to get to proving grounds. That's the thing. Don't wait so long that you have to wait on proving grounds. Other than that, though, you get at least like what is it? Is it 3 months for one character? So you have 6 months to get like a character, and you'll still be fine. Because like Steve said, now it's like being shoveled into a one team. I just like the conquest units where it's kind of a one-off where you can maybe put it in other places, but there's also some that like you have to have.
Or the team is there, and then 6 months later, we start to unlock the lifter, right?
Yeah.
Like then you've got a higher percentage of people who could have the team that's then being lifted, where it's kind of like the cart's coming before the horse. Like unless you're like whaling and then you're going to get the team. Well, you wouldn't even get the team first. You'd unlock Jocasta Nu and then like a month and a half later unlock the team or the legendary. The way I think that's how the timings would work out. So yeah. Next one asks us why Snips isn't with her, which just because she's built the kit for Jocasta Nu is built around the Vanguard and Snips isn't in it. Okay, so did you consider a quiet Grand Inquisitor in a kit because of their arc in the comic that inspired this turn? Which I'm pretty sure this is one of the topics that Steve's interested in. Is it? Okay, you go first then. Do you want me to read the
Jedi?
Do you want
Read
me
it
to
out
read
first.
Read it first.
Yeah. Okay, so we really wanted to lean into the rifle of a kit, including the moment where she loads her lightsaber into the power source. Due to how complicated this made the kit, we had to scale back on some other cool callouts, which we could have made. Additionally, the upcoming Jedi Vanguard unit will have those nods to the Grand Inquisitor you were looking for.
Yeah.
All right.
Does this mean that we have a Jedi Temple Guard Grand Inquisitor coming?
That's what it sounds like too.
So
I can't think of anyone else as a tie.
The initial thought for me there was we're probably going to get a Temple Guard that has a call out to potentially being the Grand Inquisitor because we didn't really know each Temple Guard. We just knew him as Temple Guard.
Also, nobody knows what the Grand Inquisitor's real name is, so CG would either have to call it Temple Guard Grand Inquisitor, or they would have to like tell everyone what the character's name is in lore.
Yeah. So my thought was we're probably going to get a Temple Guard, And what I said it would be cool for it is if they just took the Grand Inquisitor's kit, change torture to something else, and just tone it right down. So literally, it is exactly the same kit. It's just heavily toned down, and it's like done. It's a
Maybe we
huge
remove
call
Purge
out.
as well.
Well,
Also-
alter Purge to be something else.
Turn it into a buff.
Alter
Less.
Torture to be something else, and done. It would look incredible to see that exact. Even if they literally went, here is a reskin of the Grand Inquisitor, gave him a Jedi. What's it? It would just be like, I wouldn't care. I
That's
really
a good thing
wouldn't.
for CG is they don't need to even make a skin. It's already in the game. The Temple Guard skin's already in the game. That's all they need. They just need to copy that and then just add a kit to it. That's it.
Yeah, well, most people have been saying a guard. I know nothing about Vanguard. I know nothing about the lore. But when it came out, I typed in Jedi Vanguard, and the only thing that popped up was a Jedi Temple Guardian. Well, just from my research. So I think that's a given, probably.
They are
Jedi
supposed to be
Vanguard wasn't
anonymous in
really
the
a
lore,
thing
right,
before.
Mateus?
It's just sort of like a generic term that they're using to describe Jedi who were associated with the defense of the Jedi Temple prior to Order 66.
Yeah. And they are supposed to be anonymous, right, Mateus? I think that was a thing in the lore. So they wouldn't have to name him anyway if he came out. It could just be Temple Guardian, and it would have GI's kit as the nod to GI. Like,
which is why I think that the main team is going to be lifting the nameless Jedi units, the Jedi Consular, the Jedi Temple Guard, the Jedi Knight Guardian. I think that like those characters are meant to be lifted up specifically by this.
I don't think they'll make it in the team. I really don't.
I don't think that they get in the team either because their kits are so bad. I don't think that the meta team will use them, but I do think that they will be lifted by whatever this is.
Yeah.
I have a question. And just when I ask this question, I'm not against it happening, but even I think it's going to happen. But a lot of us keep saying the legendary might be Dooku, young Dooku, which is fine with me. I have no problem with that. But what does he have to do with the defense of what would make him a Vanguard? Why is everyone going straight to young Dooku?
He is less, from what I found from looking around online, it's less about the defense of the temple and more about one, spiritually, Dooku was a defender of the Jedi way. The reason he turned against the Galactic Republic and the Jedi Temple was because he felt that the Jedi had lost their way and were no longer adhering to the Jedi Code properly. So he's more of a defender of the Jedi Code specifically. And also, there's a couple of shout outs if you read Jocasta Nu's thing on Wikipedia, where apparently it's heavily implied that Jocasta Nu and Jedi Master Dooku had some kind of off-screen relationship.
Also, can I just say hashtag Dooku wasn't wrong? I had to watch.
Dooku was right. Hashtag Dooku was right.
Even when he was a Sith, which he wasn't, he was just a rebel, not like a rebel in
He
Star
never
Wars
got the
terms.
yellow eyes.
He was rebelling against what was bad, and he knew what was going on. So I hadn't watched the prequels in years, and I watched it with my son. And in Attack of the Clones, which probably one of the worst Star Wars movies ever made, but I did watch it, and I hadn't seen it in a long time. But when they
one of the best Star Wars movies ever made.
Shut up, Matthias. Your opinion doesn't matter. But you know, they capture Obi-Wan and he's like floating in that like hologram area, like they have him captured, and they have a pretty cool. He comes in and starts talking to Obi-Wan and says, "Hey, there's this Dark Sidious guy is clouding your guys' judgment. There's a Sith. You guys need to watch out." And just fucking Obi-Wan like a dumbass is like, "Whatever. I don't trust you. I'm not listening to you." Well, they should have, because he was telling them the truth right there and then. He's like, guys, I mean, this is going on a side tangent, but I thought that was cool. I didn't remember that, and I was like, dude, fucking Sidious was right. Or not Sidious, sorry.
It's funny because literally all they had to do was be like, hey, we should investigate these claims from Dooku. And
Yeah.
it would have fixed everything.
Instead of they just slaughtered him and everyone else. So yeah, it's actually pretty shitty. Anyways, continue on.
All right. So next one. Okay, so it talks about how many Omicrons she's got. She definitely has 3 Omicrons.
But it specifically says some of her Omicrons are only activated after she transforms. So not only are these abilities only working in Grand Arena, they're also only working in Grand Arena after you're able to transform her.
Yeah.
He
And
may,
I think it's even Zeta levels as well. It only goes to like the Omicron. What's the yellow?
Yeah,
Omega?
pre-Zeta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It goes to that level, then you transform, and then you get the Zeta and the Omicron levels.
it's,
Yeah.
It's going to get more expensive, not cheaper. Like, don't
Yeah.
be silly.
it's
You're going to
also
get better value for your money.
also it's pronounced Omega. There's no 2 E's.
That's Omega and Tick and Bitcha and Eco.
Beacha.
That's actually a pretty good accent.
Beacha.
That's not the worst I've heard. Like, yeah.
I've seen the New Zealand deck sealant advert more times than I'd care to remember.
Okay. All right.
So, yeah, I think it's a bit shit that her Omicrons are just never going to really be active at the start. And it's like, you can guarantee you see this on defense, you're just going to kill her before she gets to transform. And oh, look, you've just wasted half your kit.
So I love theory crafting, I love predicting, I love tinfoil hat theory, but we don't like she's a lifter to 4 or 5 other characters. There's no way we can predict what this team's going to be. These other uniques from 4 other characters could make she maybe when everything's said and done, maybe she goes right into it in a turn or two. I do agree that's bullshit. I do agree it's bullshit, but we don't know. Go ahead, Matthias.
They've also said as those kits get revealed for those other characters that they're going to update her kit. Like we aren't actually currently seeing her
Which
full
is
kit.
fucking dumb. What are they going to update? Why can't if you know like are they trying to hide something so that we can't predict?
They're trying to avoid spoilers for the future characters that they're going to release.
Okay.
I get sort of why, because they need to announce the Conquest character before the Conquest. I just think I think that she shouldn't have been this Conquest character. I think she should have been the next Conquest character.
Give us Luthen's ship, you fucks. What, Steve?
Yeah.
So how many do we think they're coming out with? Because they do say additional characters.
So it's the end of the next era, right? So
yep.
This current era, we're only going to get 2 more marquees that are associated with Bad Batch, and then maybe a 3rd marquee that's just some off character meant to fill in a gap somewhere, right?
Nope. They've already confirmed it's just that, and that's it. We've got 1 gap week.
Also, real quick.
Okay.
Hold that thought. I didn't mean to interrupt, but like when they announced eras, it doesn't have to be 6. It seems like there's going to be 6 every time. They said there's going to be 5 to 6. It doesn't have to be 6 every time.
They didn't even say that, Bones. They said there will be holiday weeks. So they could literally do a full era where they release 1 character if they really wanted to. They will probably never do that.
But it's not tied.
They could literally release 3, they could release 4, they could release 5.
Yeah.
It does not matter.
Yeah.
They never gave a specific number of marquees that would be coming out in a given era.
The way they worded it, it was like the way they broke it down. The assumption is that there'll be 2 per episode, right? But at no point in time did they specifically say there would be 2. We all just took it as, okay, there's going to be 6 characters per era, but there's no guarantee. Like Wompat said, it could be 1, and that's it. I think that's unlikely, but it's definitely possible.
I would expect it. I would expect it to be a minimum of 3. Absolute minimum, it will probably be 3.
Yes, well, if I could finish the thought that I tried to say before I was interrupted about 8 times.
No.
I was going to say I wouldn't expect any more than 3 simply because it's a 5-man team. We know we're going to get a legendary out of it, and we know she's going to be on the team as a lifter. So we can't really use any more than 3 new marquees on it. But that would mean that they're going to take some of these older Jedi Vanguard characters and they're going to have us bump them up probably to Relic 7 in order to do the legendary unlock.
But here's devil's advocate. Have they said that the new marquees are going to be Jedi Vanguard? They've said that there is a Jedi Vanguard unit coming, but that could be the legendary. Like
it said that she is
Starkiller?
coming earlier than her other squad members, so it
Yeah.
implies that they are Jedi Vanguard.
I would assume we're at least getting 1 or 2 that are going to be part of it. But as we've seen already, they could literally do something like it. Here's 5 characters that are coming out. 2 of them are Jedi Vanguard, which means congrats, you're going to use other Jedi Vanguard. And here is some early Empire units to fill out another section, because it could be Rise of the Empire. They could use it to go, by the way, for this new character, you're going to need these Empire units and these character units. Look at Gast. It doesn't need just one side. You've got to farm more. So they could really make it, you've got to farm a shit ton.
Yeah.
I would like a new gas level character where it's like you need to have these ships and you've got to go through all these different tiers and they're like 1 step below a GL, but they have like 12 requirements. I would like a new gas character.
Are you
Yeah.
do we need to be worried about you? Like, do we need to
Blink.
check on you?
Blink twice if you need help.
Like,
Well, I don't even know why he's saying this.
who would? That's
Yeah.
like, I could not think of anything worse than having to go through another gas.
No, I think that it would be fun and it would be engaging for the community for it to be like for Ahsoka, right? We spent 6 months going, what's her kit? When are all of her requirements going to be revealed? When does she come out? How about instead we spend 6 months with them slowly releasing all the requirements for the next gas level character, and then at the end of that 6 months, you've got people who have already started the free to play farming for some of his requirements, and now the only thing that's left is like the most recent 1 or 2 marquees, and then you'll be ready to go to unlock gas. You'll have plenty of members of the community that are actually able to interact with that character at an earlier stage.
So, real quick, I agree with Mike. I think there's going to be maybe 4, possibly 5 marquees, but they're not all Vanguard. I think this is going to be a light side version of the Balin event, or the way that Balin was released. They weren't all mercenary. But at the same time, they reworked a bunch, not reworked, but added the mercenary tag to a bunch of already establishing characters like they're doing Vanguard. I think this is just going to be, expect what you got from Balin. And wasn't it the Gilfs were needed?
Yeah.
It was Gilfs, and then
the 2 troopers. One of the troopers was Ahsoka, the other one was...
No, both were Ahsoka. All the troopers were
Really?
Ahsoka.
it was
It
Gilfs
was
and Shin,
Great Mothers,
Oh,
Shin,
Morgan.
Morgan,
and then Thrawn.
and
Thrawn was the last one,
yeah.
Yeah.
which is
Thrawn.
which was random. So you may only get 4, but I don't think they're all going to be Vanguard. So you might get a special surprise and get some lifters for some other teams. Maybe we'll finally get
I'll give
Teak.
you a special surprise.
Imagine getting Teak and being able to use your Ewoks again and unlocking a Jedi Dooku.
He's obsessed with Teak, guys.
But
Bones, do we need to check on you? Do you need help?
I can't wink one eye, so I'm blinking. Help me.
All right,
But that's what I
let's
think.
go to the next one.
Yeah. You're expecting a lot more than me. I only think there's going to be 2 marquees. Because I think it's going to be the 2 marquees. One of the other vanguards will be a requirement, and Jocasta Nu will be a requirement, and that'll be your legendary requirements. And then that will be your team. But if they do extra ones for other factions, on the topic of gas, could be a 501st commander. I forget the name of one of the other ones that was quite close to Vader. Was it Fox?
Yeah.
Yes.
But he
Commander
took part
Fox
in
was actually the
Temple
one
raid.
from the comic books that Jocasta Nu appeared in.
Okay, well then
Ooh.
there we go. That could be one
There
then.
you go, Steve. Crystal Ball
Accidentally
didn't
hit
even
on something
realize.
even better.
Well, you
Yeah.
also said something
Yeah.
else that's more interesting than that she's required for the legendary. Why else would you release her
Oh yeah,
early?
I think that's a standard now.
Yeah, why else would you
I
release her
think
early?
now Conquest tunes are always going to be required for legendaries and GLs. I don't think that now that dam has been
Jesus.
broken.
That's
there's never
exactly
going
why
back.
they did it. I guarantee
I hadn't
that's why
even
they
thought
did
of
it.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could this be like the 5th, where it's like the other 4 are all new, and this is your 5th that you got to get to R7, and it's like we gave it you early, so you had the chance to do it.
Yeah.
But also
Steve, why'd you mention it?
Yeah,
I was in
I
this
don't like
ignorance
that
bliss.
thought.
that's why they
I
did
do
it.
not like that
That
thought.
that is exactly why it makes sense. Everyone's like, that makes no sense. That's why they did it. I keep referring back to the Balin event, but they did the mercenary tag on them, and now you use 2 mercenary leftovers with that team that really don't do anything. You might as well just 3-man everything with that team because the other 2 just get demolished. But they're going to
Hondo is. Sorry, go ahead. Finish up.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say they're gonna want you to use some of these leftover characters because not everyone has a lot of these shitty ones, and there's probably going to be one shitty character that's like the best. That's going to force people who really want the most out of this team to go farm it, or go buy the LSB bundle or whatever. So there's a reason they gave the Vanguard tag to those older characters. It's because you're going to have to use 1 or 2 of them in the team. So like you're not wrong. You're not wrong about not very many marquees coming out because you got to think. The marquees are gonna have places in other places besides its Vanguard team, or B, there's only gonna be a couple, and then maybe there's 2 marquees, and the 3rd requirement is Jocasta, and maybe the other 2 is like Relic 7 Jedi Guardian and like Relic 7 I'm a Gundai or some shit.
Which Bones is only hoping for because he's already got the Jedi Knight Guardian at Relic 9.
I'm so hoping, and then I also want to do the Luminara Omicron. Like, I want that so bad.
I mean, you know
Luminara
she's still going to be
would
the
a
worst option
requirement.
because you have her.
Dude, you're not
The
wrong.
world likes to spite you.
Yeah. It'll happen.
Right. Let's get back on task of the QA for Jocasta Nu, because I think we're like 3 or 4 in.
Yeah.
Well, we gotta get the
heated
datacrons as fast as we can. Step it up, Mike. Read faster. 1.5x. Come on.
I just skipped a heap of them that are just general, nothing really spicy.
Yeah.
Okay, so will any legacy characters receive stat or kit changes? I love I'm a Gundai, so I'm very excited for the tag change. And then CG have replied, this is something we're keeping an eye on as we work on the full upcoming Vanguard team.
Which means they won't do it.
No. That means no. They don't want to tell you no, but it means no.
Yeah.
It absolutely means no. No one's getting a rework.
No, the only way they'll change it is if everything's the same and somehow it still breaks, then they're going to change, then they'll nerf it. They'll never buff make a buffed rework. So that's why they're saying that, is because we're not going to make it fun for you, but if it gets too fun, we will nerf them stat-wise so that you're not having fun again.
Yeah.
Well, are you gonna spend money on an old character? Or are you going to spend money on a new character? Like, CG wants you to spend money, so they're going to rework an old character that you might already have at Relic 5. Because I'm a Gundai was in one of the Lightspeed bundles, right? So, yeah.
So
they've got their money out of that character.
I've got a little bit of a different take. It doesn't necessarily mean no. They may add an Omicron, they may add something to one of the kits, but the characters I can pretty much guarantee it will be, it's going to be Jedi Vanguard, but it's going to be stuff like, where are you? So either Ayla, Jedi Consular, Jedi Guardian, or I'm gonna die. Because those four
I'm gonna
were not in
die.
any of the Lightspeed packs yet.
I'm
That's
gonna
why
die
they'll
also,
do it.
was it?
No, he wasn't. Otherwise, I'd have him at Relic.
If they do Omicrons, it will be more than one, and they'll be for different game modes, so they can try and get you to relic up a couple
Yeah.
of them.
But they haven't
Yeah.
done
So this one for TB,
old,
this one for GAC, this one for TW.
yeah, they haven't done old character Omicrons since what?
It's been a
Nass?
while.
But
long
people are
time.
begging for it, so why not?
It's yeah.
You know?
Because they didn't
I
make
think-
any money out of it.
But they will now.
I
It's a
definitely-
fucking
I wanna say it
Omicron.
wasn't
It's an
this
Omicron.
long.
I don't want to have to apply because I have 14 Conquest characters I haven't worked on yet that need 3. You know? So it's still another one that's out of your pocket, and they're not cheap. They're not easy to... Everyone keeps saying it's getting better. It's a tad better to get them. For me, it's not that big of an income. I'm struggling. And then when you go look at
If
the
they're
packs,
gonna add,
they're the biggest pack sellers. You throw a few Omicrons in there, whales are fucking eating it up like turkey dinner, like they're gobbling nuts in their mouth because they want these packs, these Omicrons so bad. So adding
if
another
they're gonna
Omicron
add
on some old
another-
characters isn't crazy.
if they're gonna add another one to another old character ever again, I reckon it'll be the first time we ever see a character that has 2 Omis on the same ability.
What's funny?
So to get the full Omicron, you have to spend 2.
What's funny is I'm thinking that they're gonna add another to Luminara.
Steve, you're not coming back. You
Yeah.
I don't like
I
your
think
ideas.
before-
But
I
he's
think
not
before we
wrong
see
though.
them
Like
do that-
he's thinking like they would. Go ahead, Matthias. Go ahead.
I think before we see them do that, we'll see them have a character that has 2 Omicrons that are for different game modes. So like they'll release a character that like has, and they could be both on the same ability, that it's like, you know, you have to apply this Omicron that would make them, you know, have these extra abilities in Territory Wars, and then this one that has it in GAC. And then because they know everybody wants GAC Omicrons more than Territory War Omicrons, they put them on the same ability and they make you apply the Territory War Omicron before the GAC Omicron is unlocked. So that way you have to
Fucking
apply
hell.
2 in order to get the GAC.
Yeah, don't
What,
like
what
that
is wrong
idea.
with you guys?
CG intern, please forget what you've just listened to and never allow that shit to happen.
Can we just
Now we're
mute
thinking big
Matthias and
business.
Steve? Can we just like we can see them talking but not hear them? Jesus Christ,
Oh.
guys.
Oh, I've
All
got
right.
a job invite through my email. Oh, interesting.
But one thing to add before that, it's not going to take me but a second to say. Like, to say they don't make money off putting Omicrons on old characters cannot be more wrong. Like,
No, it's more that they should get the most money out of it, right? So like Great Mothers, right? Okay, they like what were they? Special legendary or
Special
whatever the fuck they
marquee.
called it. Yeah.
They called it a special marquee.
Yeah. But you had to get the most out of them, people were spending money to unlock her and then had to drop 2 Omicrons on it. Whereas if you've got like Luminara or one of those, Luminara's got one already, so ignore that. One of the characters that came in the Lightspeed bundles where they've already got their money for it, purely putting an Omicron on is a lot less of a return
Yeah.
for CG than a brand new character that, you know, then requires an Omicron
but we're
It's not that they won't make money, it's that they won't make as much money.
as much.
But
Yeah.
they could do that and add Omicrons to these old ones. We're wanting reworks, right? Let's just say we're all wanting reworks, correct? Well, the only way they can monetize a rework, and we just said there's no way they're going to make money off of a rework, so why do it? The way you squeeze as much money out of a rework of an old character is just to simply do nothing but add an Omicron to them.
Oh, yeah. I definitely don't disagree with what you're saying. They will make money off putting an Omicron onto a character, but not as much as a brand new character in a new team. So, like, if they bought out 5 new Vanguard characters and that was the team, But if you didn't get one of these characters, you could sub in Luminar or someone like that. That's where the difference in how much money they would make is coming from.
I mean, I don't disagree, but like whenever we have like on both podcasts, and we'll ask someone like, "What do you really want them to just do again or bring back?" At the top of the list is put Omicrons on old characters. So
Yeah,
I think they'll make more money than what you think they will, because like everybody, small accounts, medium accounts, high accounts, they want them to start doing this again, and there's no way it would hurt. It would also be fun. It'd make things more fun, and stuff like that. So either way, they need to start doing it again.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Next one.
Next. Yep.
Okay. So in the abilities marked, it doesn't really specify, well, one of the questions is doesn't really specify what game mode it's in, but all three of the Omicrons are for Grand Arena. But they, like we said earlier, they only come into play once she's transformed. Do the post-transform abilities need to be upgraded as well, or will they be that level automatically? And you have to have the Zetas and the Omicrons applied to be able to see them. This one is Mateus brought this up in our little host chat. So her unique dispels debuffs when she gets a bonus turn, which means undispellable debuffs will stay, unlike Gas who removes debuffs. How will this interact with undispellable ability block, example Lord Vader? She has to use a special during her bonus turn, but it will be blocked. Will she just use a basic, get defeated without doing anything, or crash the game? CG responded with... I mean, it's a valid question, right? Like we're all got it in the back of our head that this sort of stuff happens. So CG basically has replied and said undispellable debuffs will not be dispelled. For the undispellable ability block, the player will be forced in that instance to use the basic instead, and then be defeated after if there are any remaining enemies. So Mateus, you had a bit of a take on that?
Yeah. So for a reminder for everybody how her thing works, when she's reduced to 1 HP, she takes a bonus turn where the only ability she can use is throwing her rifle. And if throwing her rifle wipes out the entire enemy team, then she is revived with full health and protection. If it does not wipe out the entire enemy team, then she is defeated. So basically, when Gas sits down, right, the way his kit reads is he removes all status effects that are on him. He doesn't dispel them, he removes them. Jocasta Nu's kit specifically says that she dispels all debuffs on her and takes a bonus turn. She doesn't remove them, meaning that anything undispellable will still be there. This means if she has an ability block on her, that she won't be able to do her rifle throw because it's not her basic ability.
An undispellable ability block.
Yeah. And the other thing would be, if that's the case, if she has an undispellable stun on her, then she would take a bonus turn, but would just instantly be defeated because she couldn't use an ability on that bonus turn. So Lord Vader is the only character that intrinsically has an undispellable ability block. But the Gungans actually can apply it as well through Gungan Boomadire's AoE applies ability block, and Jar Jar's active 3 ability locks in all debuffs on a character, makes them undispellable. So technically it dispels the debuff and then reapplies it as an undispellable version, but it's basically just making the debuffs undispellable. So the Gungans can do this undispellable ability block on her, meaning that they could potentially be a counter for this team, or at least her in general. Or Padme. Padme's kick has an undispellable stun. These are two non-GL characters that could potentially shut down Jocasta Nu's bonus turn and her entire kit essentially because of it.
So if it's just if it's a niche few team, that's fine, because that just means there are hard counters to it.
Well,
I don't
for
think
now.
Yeah, but we don't know what the team is. Like, this is literally the first character, so
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
You got any
Next.
comments, Womp or Steve?
For me, yeah, the undispellability blocks or the undispellable stuns likely to be a hard counter, but Slacker seems to just counter everything anyway. So an undispellable stun from him, congrats, she's dead, don't care. Gungans wise, I never really thought about it, but yeah, it could be interesting. Padme's kick, are we going to see the rescindance of, the resuming of using Gidme?
Padme,
Could Gidme become a good thing again?
Gidme could be good, but I mean, most of the time you just see Padme as a fifth in either a JMK squad or a QA squad at this point. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you have anything, Steve?
No comment. Makes sense.
You got anything, Bones? Yeah, all right. So then I talk about the like opposite buffs. So like you've got obviously critical hit immunity, and vulnerable don't really have a opposite as such.
they are the opposites.
Are they? Oh yeah.
Vulnerable means you're guaranteed to be critically hit.
So what are they
hit
talking about? It's safe to assume. What about vulnerable stuff?
They're talking about
exposed doesn't have an opposite.
Yeah, exposed does not. So she has a part in her kit that says like she dispels exposed, tenacity down, and something else from herself and gives herself the opposite buffs. But there is no opposite for expose. Somebody pointed that out in a question, and their response was basically, if we ever someday come up with an opposite for expose, we'll put it backlogged into her kit.
Yeah.
Called cover up.
And the rest of them are just general questions. Any final comments, thoughts?
God, no. I didn't know we were doing this.
Honestly, it is pretty much what we expected. That's the main takeaway here. It's pretty much what we expected. A couple of them gave us insight into what's coming, but it's basically what we expected from them.
Can we never?
I think
like
there's a little
Bones'
positive to
cover-up.
take from it.
Hold on,
Yeah.
Steve. You go. What'd you say?
I think there's a little positive we can take from it. From the answer to a couple of those questions, and just in general the way they've written about it, it sounds a bit more thought through. And given the Darth Ray release, it sounds like they might finally be starting to beta test some stuff, but say that with a whispered voice and take it with a giant heap of salt. But they might finally have a couple of people employed for quality control.
I put
Yeah,
some salt.
it's possible.
But
I put some salt
we
in my
only
nose.
we only recommended that on this podcast 5 months ago. So
So was that what the job interview offer was about?
oh no, that was just fun. To make them money.
No, what it was is Steve's email. The title of it was Chief Screw Over of Players.
Yeah.
It was actually just a JPEG file of the hand, and it said "We know" underneath it.
Isn't that a Skyrim reference?
Underneath that, Mr. Krabs. I like money.
It's a Brotherhood. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Assassin's Brotherhood or whatever it's called.
Dark Brotherhood.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Dark Brotherhood.
All right.
Right.
Okay. So next topic is Datacrons and Conquest.
Yes.
I'm gonna start it by saying we are intending to do a little bit of a coverage of this, but ideally we would like you to go and watch Womprat's videos. He will be releasing Datacron and Conquest guides, instructional how-to videos, and he's going to give a lot more detailed information than what we're going to do in the next 10 minutes.
And I said this the other day on stream, and everyone's like, he wasn't the first one. Last time the Datacron sets came out, and we, a couple days later, went over them, he said the Datacron you want to put on Ray is going to be the critical avoidance, level 3, and that stood out to me because I was actually, and he said 2 days later after release, this is what everyone's going to be using, and what is everyone using? Womp knows his shit. Go listen to his stuff.
But we got there.
It's like the what we're going to cover today is ones that are more. These are the factions we've got. These are the ones you're probably going to want. Now, the best part about it is I've already sat down. I've already tried to do some of the maths on it. I don't know in one of the cases. There's 3 potentially really good crons for Hook Cartel. One, it's okay, it's Embo. I don't really care. But then you go to, which do you want? Lemurian Guard or Mob Enforcer? Now, Mob Enforcer is one that I'm leaning to.
Start and do it properly.
Yeah.
Don't jump to the end of the conversation.
You just go so, there's no structure.
Give us
your summary, everyone.
He's in
Go
love.
For the rest of it, go to what Matt's
He's
channel.
rambling.
Yeah.
He's in love. He's excited.
So the main thing that we're going to look at is ones to watch out for.
Yes.
The level 3s are very similar all over again. Debuffing an enemy, 2% health is a good thing. 25% turn meter on light side is again another good thing. They're going to be ones to watch. The Stun and Daze for health, I've already found uses for it. I've already tried to use it a few times. That on light side, I'm going to want to use that. You go on to dark side, special 15% turn meter, one to really watch out for. The offense stacking, offense stacking for having 2 buffs. How many times have we come across teams where it's if only it would hit a little bit harder, like Phoenix?
So
if that was light side, I'll be laughing right now.
Oh, it's a dark side one. Okay.
Yeah,
I was
but
trying
that
to,
is a dark side.
to catch up on where you were talking about. Yeah.
And then you've again got tank revives. It is going to be a pretty staple one, that is. The basic ability, giving a load of buffs. Another good one. All of them this time, light side and dark, are pretty damn good at 3. All of them. That's the be all and end all of it. There are ones that are a lot more situational, like 4 debuffs, gain 30% potency. Do I really care about that one? No. Is there uses for it? Hell yes.
Hold on, Womp. I know you're on a roll. Don't tell Mike that because he'll give me 4 level 9s. I'll have 36 level 3s. So don't tell Mike that.
There is currently no work done on them. It's all fucking you. If you end up with no datacrons, not my problem. All right?
I'm sorry to interrupt.
They're all level 0s. Yeah.
Yeah.
What light side teams do damage over time?
It's basically just the Old Republic team under Carthonasi lead.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
There's a couple of one-off inflicts maybe 1 or 2 damage over times, but the only light side team that does a lot of damage over time is basically just Old Republic with Carthonasi.
So that, because I was like, whoa, protection up, stacking is pretty good, but if it's not a usable team,
it's not a good team.
It is there's going to be niche cases for a lot of these. But it's if you've got Carthonasi Relics, which is basically anybody that bought a Lightspeed bundle, congrats. You could get that and actually make him potentially a pain in the arse because protection up stacking 5% until the end of the encounter. That's not going to get painful fast. And this is the thing that I'm talking about, that every single one, even if it's quite niche, will have a use this time, which is what I love to see.
There's an Africron there. Dark side allies with fewer than 4 debuffs they get the 30% potency. That one's looking pretty good.
Potentially really nice for Afro, which will then stack her up faster. But yeah, it's one of those. It is literally one of those.
Yep.
Factions wise,
yep.
Factions wise, Mercs. This time is the only time I've said this in a long time. The long one is substantially better for Mercs. Everything else, it's a niche case. Like Retribution on Mercs would be absolutely freaking disgusting.
I have one thing that I want to
battle.
say about this real quick. It's not about this specific ability. It's just that they don't do a good job of putting this information out unless you actually go and you start leveling up some datacrons in game. Mercenary and Smuggler are both tied to the light side datacrons.
Yes.
If
I was going to say about that.
The Merc rolls, you have to get light side level 3. Otherwise, you can't get Merc or Smuggler. Vice versa, if you're looking for Droid and whatever the other one was, you need a dark side level 3.
Yeah. Now, the reason that I'm not as about this, you can still use a level 6 with Balin.
Yes.
You just lose a level 3.
Yes.
And it might be that you actually have a Balin replacement cron with a level 9, a level 6. The guy will use the level 3, it just won't affect Balin and Shin Marek. So that's where, like, a lot of people say, oh, well, I can't use it with it. And it's like, yes, you can. Just because it doesn't affect your whole team does not mean it's still a bad cron.
Yep. All right, Hut Cartel.
Hut Cartel, I love the thermals, specifically for one of the builds that I'm looking at. But also, I was sat there going, do I want potency stacking? I can see a use for that. The damage immunity, I could see stupid ideas for that. The ability block then was like, I could use that stupidly. And it was like every single one of these is like, congrats. You can really go to town with them. Granted, the thermals for a Jabba is going to be discussed. You combine that with Bausch, you combine that with a specific other one. It is going to potentially mean Jabba is going to be horrible with thermals.
Yep.
But again, it's like, do you want to do that? Do you want to make the team even tankier? We may even see a secondary Hut Cartel team this time, which is quite funny. And it's one of those when I get round to doing all the videos on it, that is one of those where I have tried to make it a sub 10-minute video. I can't. The Hut Cartel is not a sub 10-minute video. And I hate that. I absolutely despise it.
All right,
Smuggler. I love the long one. I really do. But whenever a smuggler is critically hit, they gain avoidance. I like that idea. I was playing with that for about 2 hours. Right, cat, move. No. Right, 1 second, guys. I've got to move the cat. And he did. God damn it, cat. Now I can see you again. Right, so that is something that I was playing with. The long one is pretty damn nice, but the one I keep going back to is Retaliate. Over and over again, I'm liking the Retaliate more. I'm liking the bonus turn more. Like, those two stand out to me a little bit more than if they were debuffed, they lose 100% evasion. Okay, yeah, fine. You're making a very, I'm going to dodge everything team, but why would I not want to defeat an enemy strike again, especially Smuggler? Oh, look, that's Dash Rendar. Oh, look, that's going to go on to Balin's team. It might even be under Mercenary. We actually don't know. Well, anybody with a 6 Merc can find out for us, or a Smuggler at 6 can find out which way those teams sit. I haven't got one yet, so I don't know which way round he sits. If he sits under Smuggler, I'm probably going to be taking the defeat an enemy, take a bonus turn. Because
Wait, sorry, hold on. Who are
yeah,
you talking about? Dash Rendar?
Dash Rendar.
Rabid Beaver tested this on his stream because I asked him to. I believe he was under the mercenaries. I have it
Yeah,
written down somewhere.
there you go.
Let me find the answer for you.
Oh, thank
While
you.
he's looking that up,
So-
we'll go droids.
Yeah, droids. I was struggling for a while. Like I've gone through it a few times. The long one is great for survivability. That is just perfect for your Afro teams. It's perfect for shorty teams. It's perfect for so many droid teams. But then there's also little things that I was sat there going, maybe. Everyone has a niche use case.
Okay, so Dash Rendar is smuggler.
He is smuggler. So
Yes.
he's unlikely to go with what's it for now? Balin. But likely you'd want the defeats an enemy take a bonus turn because when he does his AoE or luck through crit hits, he has high chance of killing things. Congratulations, take a bonus turn. Okay, I'll now stun you. Fuck off. So that is going to be a potential annoying little cron because you'll AoE into a stun and oh look, you're in shit's creek again.
Yeah.
So that could be a stupid little combo.
All right, finish off
The
your
level,
droids. Or did you have
yeah.
more? Did you have any more for the droids?
Droids at the moment, my main one, and I hate to say it, is that long one.
Okay.
Every other one is more of a niche case for me. Like, yeah, fall below, reduce your cooldown, fall below 50%, reduce your cooldowns by 1, gain 10% turn meter. It is usable, but what am I going to use it on? Maybe a shorty team, maybe
Said only,
not.
right?
Yes, it will be.
Yeah.
But you'll have access to it at level 6. Like,
Yeah.
why on earth would I not want the damage immunity on BT1's team for Afra? The first time each enemy droid falls below 40% health, they gain damage immunity for 2 turns, which can't be dispelled. Whenever a droid ally dispels a buff or debuff, all droid allies gain critical damage up and offense up for 3 turns, which can't be dispelled. Whenever an enemy is stunned by a droid, all droids recover 25% health, gain 10 speed, stacking to 100%, up to max 100 speed. That is just, for that team, it's like, you think BT1 goes into kill mode now. That is like taking him to a whole new level.
Yeah.
Imagine him with an extra 100 speed on him and a shit ton more health. He's just going to nuke things for fun.
The only time that I would say don't use the droid words datacron is if you're throwing BB-8 in a sortie team, use the when you gain a buff, get 10% turn meter because BB-8 hands out a fuck ton of buffs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is the thing, that there are use cases for every single one again, which is nice to see. It's not like there's one where you go, I've got that. Every single one of these has some form of use, but there are very clear standouts. There are very clear ones that you are going to want. End of. It's like, okay, fine, fair enough, but yeah, these are ones you are going to want. So when it comes around to characters, there's only a few that I am going to hunt.
Yeah, pick 3 and leave the rest as mysteries for your YouTube.
So I am going to hunt Mob Enforcer, end of. Mob Enforcer is one I need to test. Yeah, it's just, that is potentially the discuss with Jabba, but there is another option. I will leave that one there. I'm not going to say what the other option is, but you can kind of guess it from how it's worded. Another one to really hunt is BT1s. If you've got BT1, holy shit, that is just going to make him ungodly. absolute ungodly killing. And the other one that I'm gonna say you need to get if you've got the character is Jedi Knight Cal's. I know it's not going to like the Merc level 6 on him, and the level 3 Mercs are light side, so you will get the level 3. You won't get the level 6 with anybody else in his team, but whatever you get, like you could have 25% turn meter on your JML team. Or you could have the stun recover 10% health and protection. Oh wait, what does Jedi Knight Luke do? Stun every fucker. So it's going to make that team a little bit more hilarious, make that team even more dangerous. But what it does is, oh, look, 2 turns, I'm now going to kill. It reduces that kill timer. Impetuous Assault will go off in turn 3, not turn 4. Which means, congratulations, you get the timing just right. You make your Darth Revan 1 speed under Cal. It's all you need, 1 speed. And then all of a sudden, Cal takes his turn. Darth Revan goes, oh no, have the turn back. And now, next turn, when Cal goes, you're dead. You're losing something. That is going to be a very dirty cron wherever you have it. But I would say it needs to live on offense. Remember, Jedi Knight Cal with the AI is dumb as shit. It is dumb as a bag of rocks. In fact, no, a bag of rocks has a higher IQ. So yeah, one of those. But yeah, they're the 3 that I would hunt outright. There is more. There is, for me, hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hang on, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 I want.
Okay.
9 crons I want outright. So there is a lot more to go through. There's a lot more detail there. But like we said, we're not here to go, this is level 3 you'll potentially want. This is level 6s you would potentially want to hunt. It's going to be a big thing. Yeah, exactly. I think the BT1 level 9 is a win harder button, whereas the HK's. I sat there, I read it, and it's like I really want to try it. I want to try it because HK's could be something amazing. It could be amazing.
I don't think HK's is going to be as vital for the After Squad as BT1's. We talked about it a little bit before, and we talked about it a little bit on Three Scoundrels. I think HK is going to find a home with some other team. I really don't think you're going to be able to take too much advantage of the torture and the burning call out in his kit. There's really only a couple other characters that inflict those debuffs, and only one other one is a droid, which is R2. You're not going to want to take that away from Leia.
What's the name, does it?
Burning is BT1
Yeah.
with his AoE burn to death.
And I'm saying, unless you're putting him in an Afra team with BT1, you can't take advantage of that. But I don't think I think you're going to want to use the BT1 datacron over the HK47 datacron in that team.
So out of the 2, this is where I'm torn. BT1 is yes, this will work. This will always work. In 5v5s, this will work. In 3v3s, okay, maybe BT1's wins out. In 5v5s, I am actually a little bit torn between BT1 and HK. HK's could do a hell of a lot more. There's a lot higher ceiling for HK's. BT1's is, it's going to win. It's going to make whatever you're targeting potentially just dead quicker. But HK's could be, well, you know that team that you were going to struggle with, now this is going to kill.
Why do you
that's where I want
HK
to see data.
HK is basically going to be the Dengar-cron for Africa
Yeah,
currently.
Hey,
it's got
I need to
the
stop you.
potential to do a lot more.
I got something to say. Why are you guys saying HK? It's H.
That's how they pronounce the letter H.
Okay, well, America is number one, and we do everything right. So it's H with an
What's your
A,
language called, Bones?
not H.
What's your language called?
It sounds like you're saying hate.
Americanized
What's your
English.
language called?
Yeah.
Americanized
English.
English.
And we improved upon what you started. So yes, we came from
Actually-
you guys, but we improved upon
Actually,
Oh, man.
no, we did not improve upon anything. Linguists have determined through studying, like the last few hundred years of English literature and things like that, that the way Americans talk is how the British used to talk. They just changed things later on, so they got dumber as the
Yeah.
centuries passed.
So not only do we do it better,
All
but
right.
we
Let's
Go from the
go to
roots.
the next topic.
Yeah, back to this.
Conquest.
At the end of the day, HK has a much higher ceiling. I want the BT1 one because it's going to be a case of if I don't have HK, that's the one I want. But if I get a HK cron, I want to try it. I want to see what it can do. Because the BT1 one, I think it does have a hard ceiling because it's congrats, you can only give out one armor shred because it's if an enemy
No.
doesn't have armor shred, congrats.
It's not what it says.
An enemy with a special ability, the enemy doesn't have armor shred, inflict armor shred for the rest of the battle.
It can only give
So
one.
you can only
to each
give
enemy.
one per person.
Yes,
It
you
can't
said it can only
stack.
give one. That's how the CLS cron worked. It could only give one total. BT1
Yeah.
can give one to each enemy.
Yeah. But the chances are it's only going to give it to one, then it will kill and it will move on. And this is where I think there's a hard ceiling for BT1 that, like, for a Jabba team, this is going to make insta Jabba kills.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
is it going
there's
to
a hard
mean that
ceiling
you
for
can throw it in
BT1's cron,
use?
but that hard ceiling is wiping the floor with the enemy team. So I'm okay with that being the hard ceiling.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's go
It's
on to
potentially
Conquest.
HK could open up for other kills that you would never see currently.
Okay, before we move on, I have my
Oh, yeah.
own list of what I'm looking forward to, Datacron wise. I'm going to break each one
Go on.
down that I'm looking forward
Oh,
to.
God.
Here we go.
It was a joke. You're ready to move on. And I thought,
No, we're waiting.
We're waiting
We're-
now. I was excited to hear what you had to say.
it was a joke. I don't have a breakdown.
Would you
Pull the
mind
fucking
sharing
game
with the
up.
class?
Pull the game up and fucking look. We'll wait.
If you're on a series, I think I remember Sonasteros, Mob Enforcer, BT1 sound cool. I don't remember who else was there. But yeah.
I wanna know the
would
plan
not
for my
shut
account.
up about IG88. On
Oh yeah,
Feats Councils the
IG88.
other day.
I think IG88 is going to break the meta. So I got shut down, but since you're not going to shut me down today,
All right, let's move on to Conquest.
IG88
I'm
lead
gonna
is
sit
making
back
a
and I'm gonna
comeback.
Let you talk.
IG88 lead is going to make a comeback. The nuke team with IG88, General Grievous, R2, Imperial Probe Droid, T3. You can replace R2 with BB8 or somebody, or I don't know, but it's coming back, and it's going to nuke Malga squads, as you'll see.
We'll see about that.
Womp
We'll
rat.
see about that one.
Womp
One
rat's
Brad,
face.
you ruined it. We were just sitting here in silence, waiting for
Yeah.
Bones to keep going.
The disgust. You know, like a retarded kid comes up to you and says something weird. It's like the face he gave me.
Yeah.
What if he
Yeah,
said?
we've definitely got the special child of the group right here with us.
Okay, Bones, we'll put it in
today.
the fridge.
I don't know if you guys listen to Three Scoundrels,
Definitely, guys.
but as soon as I would say something like could possibly happen, all four of them goes, "No, that's fuck you. That's not gonna happen," and move on.
That is exactly what happened this week. Everybody was like,
Every
"Shut up,
time.
Bones."
I was trying to be like, I was actually, being part of the conversation, and it was like, it was bullying. They were like, "We don't want you part of this. Just shut the fuck up and let us talk."
Is it something you want to try? Is it on offense or on defense? What are you? Because
Well,
you're saying it's going to be Malgus, so you think it'd be offense?
the nuke team that I'm talking about would be offense.
Okay.
So
Well, if
what I'm
you would-
referring to is back when Darth Revan was brand new. If you didn't have him, the way you moved up in the arena was there was a nuke team that was IG-88 lead, and you used General Grievous, T3M4, BB-8, and like you could kind of flux with the 5th and stuff. Some people used like Imperial Probe Droid R2 or whatever, and you would nuke as long as the turn order was right. You would load the team down with debuffs, and you could nuke Malak and Darth Revan, like with 1 or 2 hits. And when, like after Grievous's second, hit, because they would die off quickly, because it was like a glass cannon. Every time someone died off, you're hitting them again with Grievous. So after like 2 or 3 or 4 of them, everyone's just gone. So it was like a 30-second match, and you could still do that today if it's early on and you have all these characters I said, and you're in an earlier like league. And you see Darth Revan on defense, you can do that right now. If you have those droids I just mentioned, it doesn't require anything but those characters.
Are you wanting to try it?
Yeah, I'll try it. If we get an IG.
If you get the Datacron, we'll sit down and we'll remod that team to how you want to do it, and we'll see whether it works.
It'll be fun.
I'm happy to try.
And it may not, but it'll be fun to fuck around.
If it doesn't, it's just a week where you've just got a shitty Grievous, I guess, which we don't really use anyway.
And none of those droids are something that I think with your account, we're not going to lose R2. We can replace R2 with somebody else.
Yeah.
So it's not a team that's like, oh, fuck, I can't win GAC anymore because we wasted these characters.
Yeah.
So
I'm more than happy for you to try it.
All right, that'll be fun.
If it works, it works. If it doesn't, we haven't lost anything. So.
And Tassanex, if it works, I expect you to use it every goddamn stream of yours.
All right.
Don't worry, I had this person is wrong up for the whole conversation, so don't worry about it, guys.
All right, let's move on to Conquest in general.
Conquest. So
I feel it's very similar to last one. A lot of the feats seem to be,
So for me, I sat down and I was there going, shit, is this going to be an awkward one? Is it going to be a bit shitty? No. I actually think this is potentially a little bit easier than last time. Granted, there are some weirder caveats this time. So it's like, if you do not have Jedi Knight Cal, you are not doing one of the feats. And it was just like, okay, fair enough. I understand why. But still.
Also,
if you haven't got him, you're not doing the feat.
Stap as well.
Yeah, again, Stap. There's ones that I didn't expect. I am very shocked that there is none of the new
Bad
Batch.
Omega, because they introduced new mechanics, right? New buffs and debuffs and stuff.
Like the bleed as well.
Captive and stuff.
Yeah.
I would.
So it's like,
captive on there?
Honestly, not having any of that shit, I was like, okay, fair enough, giving us time, giving the guys that are free to play a bit of time to get them up ready for the next one. You can guarantee it's going to be in the next one.
I was just about to say that, yeah.
This is a heads up now.
Yeah.
You've got 3 months, get them to at least Gear 11. That way you can kind of cheese it.
1,000%. Because they're still new, the whole team isn't out yet, but after this character, you're going to have a lot of those mechanics being involved.
Yeah.
Captive isn't even on there, right? Which is, I thought they'd do because Hondo can also kind of do it.
Captive?
Yeah, there is a lot of potential cheeses this time. There's a lot of potential ways that a much smaller account is going to be able to do a lot more of the feats. The fact that there is a lot of feats this time of debuffs and buffs, like you've got 2 in most of the sections where it's get these debuffs and get these buffs. I'm sorry, but
horrible.
the best answer to this is Pow's Omi. It's something that I never thought I would honestly want to say, but Pow's Omi with JML, congrats. Here's Pow going to give any of the Jedi in his team, give it to Pow. Oh, look, you now get debuffs. And oh, look, he does a basic, which gives his buffs. Fuck you all.
My Pow is only Gear 12, and I use him every Conquest because of his Omicron.
Yeah.
And I mean,
So
I'm at
he-
what, 13 point something million, and that is probably one of my favorite Omicrons because
Mhm.
those bonus, the buffs and debuffs one, I just passively get. I don't even try to cheese. It's
Say
just
Yeah, the
whatever you
accuracy
want
up one
about
and
CG.
accuracy
I
down.
don't like CG either. They have a lot of really shitty practices. That survey they put out about what would you want to see in a Conquest Omicron, it was a good survey, and we got some good quality product out of it.
what did you say, Steve?
honestly,
I was saying that I don't see how Mike passively gets like the accuracy up and accuracy down one done. Like that's horrible. I hate that, and they put both now on Sector 4.
Accuracy
Yeah.
up and accuracy down?
Yeah, I think it was those
Yeah,
two. I tried to access the image, they deleted it.
the accuracy up and accuracy down is
You get them from
on
Padawan Obi-Wan.
Padawan Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
What I'm probably going to do that, I think it's also actually up is Sia, if I remember.
Yes,
Uh,
Seer
Yeah, her
Junda can
basic.
do accuracy up, and Cad
on
Bane's
her basic.
And
So
Cad
the
Bane's
whole
basic
idea
has
is
accuracy
if
up.
you can find something that allows you to call everybody, which I think might be there, we don't know yet because I haven't seen the disc yet because they haven't been farmed. We've got to sit and wait for those a little bit. Mister, no, you're not in terror today.
It's just 50 of each. I
It-
don't like them.
it's like you're going to be able to do it quick, but C is basic. If you can find a way of calling her to assist every time, like booming voice, that's one round and that is done. You
So
go
actually,
Vader lead, you AoE, Merciless Massacre, and go through it all. Oh, look, you've now done it because there's more than 10 goes. And C has done it all.
so
It is
Seer
that
Junda,
level of
Baby
cheese.
Cal, Seer Junda, Baby Cal, and Terran Malicos all give accuracy up. So just those three together, a couple of battles will get you most of that if you have Terran
Don't have
Malicos.
Malchus.
Yeah.
Well,
But
just
if you
use Seer,
find
but you can use Seer and Baby Cal together on your JML team because I think you have JML, right?
Yeah, I'll have to work
Yeah.
out some cheese team for it.
His
Just gonna be
account
I
is
mean,
2 million.
like I said,
so he's working with
it-
not much.
I can't remember
He's got
if
a few
we've got a
GLs.
natural booming voice straight available. Just bear with us so I can double check because I've got the image. Let's see. No, War of Attrition and Overprepared. There is a chance we will still see booming voice. If we do, that will be congrats. Just do it with Vader. Do it in one hit. Here's Seer, don't care. Here's Vader, don't care. Vader lead, done.
And then for
And
accuracy down, like I said before, Cad Bane does it on his basic, and his basic he has a chance to attack a second time. So you have multiple
Yeah.
attempts when he uses his basics. But then Eighth Brother and Seventh Sister both also do it. So your Inquisitor squad will give you progress on that as well.
So once again,
The-
I got shut
the
down
thing-
when we hold on. I got shut down Thursday for this exact feat, but along with Cad Bane, who's the not Asajj, but her name's like Asajj.
Or a sing.
Aura Singh also does it, has a chance to do it on a basic as well.
I'm looking at the website of the list of every character.
I don't
with
care.
accuracy
It's a
down,
cheese
or
that
a
Scribe
synchron.
teaches people. It's every time this comes
All right,
up,
let me go.
It's,
Is that
it's
not just a
her.
contract
kit.
thing?
It's her and Cad Bane that does it.
The thing that you got to remember is you want really these abilities on basic. If there's stuff like the booming voice or you use JML's lead, JML's ability to give the character a go, any of that, because it does a basic, you instantly get it. So stuff like Cad Bane, the team that I'm probably going to use if the booming voices there is Cad Bane, I'll use Seer, I'll use Vader lead, and something to get it going. And that'll be it. And it'll be congratulations. Once Vader takes his turn, everybody does all of them. And you go,
Yeah.
okay, well, congratulations. You go, here is 5 accuracy ups. Here is potentially 3 or 4 accuracy downs. Oh, look, that's now 5, 6, 7 turns. So 7 times by 3, there you go, there's over 20. And oh, look, you've got all the accuracy ups as well. You will be done a lot quicker than people realize, but we need to see a list of what data disks are available. There's no guarantees that it's going to be cheesable until we start seeing those. So what I always say to people at the start of these is if you get something strange or something really good or some data disk that's really nice, put it in one of the discords. Let other people know that these are out there. Because until we know that it's not there, we can't get it done. We can't say, okay, well, this can't be done.
Or
So you have to then do 5 or 6 attempts.
or treat them like idiots because they weren't aware.
So Bones, in answer to your Aura Singh thing, the reason is because her leader contract payout is 50% counter chance. So you're getting more basics
Okay.
from
Gotcha.
Thingamajig
Yeah.
Okay.
campaign.
I was mistaken on how she did it, but I knew she had something to do with the cheese. Also, shout out
Yeah.
to Steve Jr. in chat.
Yeah, a lot of the stuff that I'll go through for the rarer discs
Natty do.
won't be covered in the videos because it will be use JML, use Sia, use Padawan Obi-Wan. There are a lot of other things other than the cheeses. Until we know that those cheeses are available, there's not much I can do about it. Once we know those cheeses are available, let's try and get it. Let's make life easy. And that's the most important bit is let's make life easy when we can. When we can't, it gets annoying. But when we can make it easy, let's do it that way.
All right. Any other overarching Conquest discussion points?
I wish we would have just
Comments?
went through each sector because it wouldn't have took long and discussed it. But overall,
It would. It really would. I've done a video
When
for
you're
each
talking
sector,
about it,
and
it
each
would.
one's like 8 to 10 minutes.
when you're talking about it,
Yeah.
yes, it would. But if we just go through and
on
quickly,
Three
and-
Scoundrels, we covered it in like 30 minutes. We did like every sector.
but it's too late now. It's all good.
The long and the short is it's not a hard conquest.
No.
It's about the same as we saw last time.
And I want to say,
It's
Yeah,
honestly probably easier than last time because not every sector has have Great Mothers survive, have Enoch survive, shit like that. Like they're not. There's only 2 feats in the whole conquest that require you to use relatively new characters, and one of those relatively new characters is Stap, who's been accelerated. He's been out for a while at this point. I still don't have Stap built up, but he's been out for a while.
very rarely do I say anything positive about the game at all. And then I mention Marvel Strike Force to bring the positivity up. But since Quad May, they've done a fantastic job of making. Fuck you. They've done a fantastic job of making this stuff. I now will say it's fun for me. A lot of people still hate Conquest. I hated it, but the last 6 months have been fun. I look forward to it. It might be because I have a lot of the characters needed recently, but I'm enjoying it. I think the changes they made are much more fun. It's less grindier. If they're going to want everyone in the game to be able to work on datacrons, they have to make it easier. It needs to be a split. Like, on average, people should be only spending a week completing it to Red Crate and then farming datacrons the rest of the time. And some people it's going to take longer, but what I'm saying is it's just easier, which makes it less time put into it. Before Quad May, it was fucking stressful. I couldn't Red Crate, and I spent all 2 weeks trying to get through it. No one wants to fucking do that. I get that mobile games want to put people in there as long as possible, but it gets to a point where that turns people off of your game. So that's actually... I'm just saying they've done a good job with Conquest. This is another one that I'm looking forward to. It's going to be just as easy as the last one was. I think I did it in like less than a week. And if Bones is red crating, so can you.
The main part that I'm looking at towards this one is it's nowhere near as bad as I thought it could be. Like I've gone through the feats, and yeah, there are some where you sit there and you just go, "Oh, for fuck off." You just don't want to deal with them. But 9 times out of 10, the feats are actually doable, and it's like, you know what? I could smash this out in a couple of days. I'm still going to do the tactic that I always do, where it's like, start off, okay, right, so we're going to do all the way to sector 4 and then farm, 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 farm. And then, oh, look, GSC lock-in's hit. I'm now actually going to finish and get red crate. But I will still get red crate while we're doing that. I will still work towards red crate. So just one of those. It's not a bad conquest. I think, honestly, a lot of people are going to find that they can get red crate relatively easily.
Can I comment? Like, I love your sayings, Womprat. They're sayings I've never heard before. Like, we give you shit about congratulations and what's it, but I do enjoy them, so please don't try to stop saying it. But also, earlier you said, I'm going to die, as I'm a gun die. I never said anything. That was hilarious.
Yep. That's his name. It's I'm going to die.
But it's spelled differently. But also, you just said, what you were trying to say for fuck's sake, but you said for fuck off or something. I don't know what he just said, but keep it up.
God knows your bones. We don't know what the fuck you're saying half the time.
That's what I mean, but I love your version. Yours are better.
All right.
Fair enough.
Anything else for the Conquest?
Honestly, guys, just enjoy it. Remember, it's the first one of the new set. So if you're going to spend crystals and spend heavy, you can fill by going just through the hundreds. So yeah, literally 50s and the hundreds. However, one thing they have said is back is the calendars. I don't know if it's going to be that 600 a day calendar. I'm really fucking hoping it is. If that is the case, you do not need to spend crystals.
Where
you will have
did
more
they
from
say
that.
that? Where did they say that?
It was in the data mine for
I saw it.
Okay.
the shops.
I got spammed because I had like 15 fucking Swugga Discords, so I get the same fucking data mine like 17 times on my iPad. So it was in the data mines.
I just dumped like $100 on Shucker's stream last night. I could have used that for the Conquest.
Okay, how many sugar babies, Swugga babies do you have? Because
you were fucking watching it too.
Yeah, I think you need to slow down because he got plenty of money. He got plenty of money without your help. So that could have all went on me.
You got cut by your Swugga daddy.
Yeah.
Shaka is rocking on a teacher's salary. He does not have plenty of money.
And what the? I'm working on a pinecone salary, motherfucker. At least he's getting something. I'm literally eating pine cones. Are you kidding me? They're here next to me. That's all I've lived off of. I'm going through a divorce, and I have no job, and I'm eating pine cones. Fuck Shaka. And it's level 15 hype train last night.
He finished level 15.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Pretty-
if I ever
pretty
see you give
impressive.
anyone else money ever again, and then I'm hanging out with Avant and everyone's subscribing to him, no, you fucks. Go to me. If I go on a Womprat stream and I see someone subbing to him, I'm done. I'm done with the podcast.
Is that
Honestly, there's
Guys, I'm
like,
kidding. I love you guys. I'm not jealous. I love you guys. Mike, Shaka deserves it. I'm just fucking with you.
like eight has said like up your production value. It's like I am constantly working on mine, and I mean every single week there's something else that I'm working on, and I understand there's a lot going on in Bones' life, which is why I try and help where I can, help with the bots and stuff. And it's like what I will say to any content creator. It's why we help Tasknex. It's why we've helped others. It's like I will go out on my way to help where I can to stop people having to spend on shit they shouldn't. Like, I know there are creators in our community that do spend on Restream. Why? You don't need to. That's $15 a month you do not need to spend.
Are you talking
So
about where
anybody
they can?
you see doing it,
Are you talking about when you can
Yeah.
simultaneously like stream to different sites? Is that what
Yeah.
restreaming? Yeah, that is. Come to
And
Walmart, man, because he can help you out with some really cool stuff.
the
For
other
sure.
thing with Restream is part of the thing you have to pay for is to have your chats turned into one. The same bot that I'm going to tell you to use for your commands does everything. I have done it in the past, buddy. I've gone through, I've done streams where we've set it up. I do, whenever anybody says, oh, can you make us a couple of bots or help us set it up? I will make the bots on stream. Usually I'm tired by that point. So there is likely to be mistakes made, but usually it's spelling mistakes because I'm that goddamn tired. So yeah, it's one of those.
Get off your phone, Matthias,
But yeah,
and be part of the conversation.
do those-
Old man Logan. I see you over there.
we do those on a Friday night. The Friday night streams usually also involve beer. As anybody that was there last night will notice, I drink beer quite quick. So it's like, congrats, here's a can, here's a can, here's a can. And we just laugh about it. So yeah, we'll always do them where we can. We'll always do them where we can. And in my Discord, there is a section for people. It is all the blanks. So you've got like things saying where it's set up, and there's just import text lines. So you could literally go on there and go Discord commands, Patreon commands, basics for ads, YouTube and Twitch are all in there. And you just jump on, go in there, copy and paste the text, and you're done. I don't know if Aussie Mike's got it set up. Bear with us. I'll grab it off my bot because I've still got it running. Because I've been doing editing whilst I've been here.
And
Right,
while
I
you're
just popped it
there,
in there.
follow my Only Bones.
Okay. Next topic.
Is there more?
Yeah.
What the fuck else is there to talk about?
Oh, these are just funny things now. And we want to talk about the
We're now
podcast.
at the entertainment.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
We've gone past like
Thank fuck.
the informational stuff.
right.
All right. So,
So-
during the week, we had a territory war battle. Unfortunately, Steve
Oh,
is
God.
here. He is the TW
I'm taking a
officer
nap.
who makes the plan. Wasn't intentional, but it just so happens that he's here, right? So we had a TW opponent, and one of our guild mates managed to notice that someone else sitting sort of that way, happened to
Mike,
That way?
the finger that makes an L is left.
that way.
Put your finger up.
It's,
Oh, well,
the screens are inverted.
Put your
Yeah,
finger
hang on,
up. You're
that's-
still
anyway.
wrong. You're still
Fucking
wrong.
Womp Rat. Anyway, whatever. Womp Rat, right? Womp Rat's guild. We versed Womp
Yep.
Rat's littler account guild. And it didn't quite go so well for us. Yeah.
We started off strong.
It went
We
very
started
well
off
for
Yeah,
strong.
about
They were
20
having a
hours.
hard time getting through our front wall, but we were having an even harder time getting through theirs. And we ran out of
So-
steam after they broke through our front
So
wall. They
so-
just loud.
So something that we pointed out, something that does need to be said, especially to your TW officer, which is why I'm happy he's here. The main thing that probably made you run out of steam so quick was that front wall took 50 extra teams out. And it was more than 50 because I counted 50 when you still had 8 teams remaining.
Yeah.
So-
you dropped a lot of battles on your front
Yeah.
walls. We
You
know that
dropped
we
a
did. We
lot.
absolutely did.
But that's not Steve's problem.
No, but it's something to be aware of, and it's like a lot of guilds that are out there have counters lists. They go, okay, so this is, say, a layer wall. This is what we want you to use. And it might just be something to do because it will help you guys. And yeah, I want to see FUS in the chat right now, just for fuck you, Steve. But we won, and that's what matters.
Can I put some
All
things
right,
into
so-
retro?
Go on, FUS in the chat.
here's
FUS.
the-
We don't want fuck you Bones. We want fuck you Steve right now.
Yep.
Here's the better option. How about you just send me a copy of the counter list, and I'll just have that available. It'd be much easier than us making our own list, right?
How about now?
Just by suggesting that, like, you fucking TW fucks, you guilds that are so obsessed with TW, quit being anal assholes. Give the community some help here. Like, maybe we would enjoy it more. Like, goddamn.
So,
like, fuck. Give us some, throw us a fucking bone.
A lot of the stuff is out there. Like, there is a lot of information out there for a lot of the older counters. Like, when I was in multiple guilds, and I know a lot of guilds do it, they have one or two officers, and you just type Galaxy Heroes, TW, and then hit enter. You will find a lot of different answers to different teams. Just by doing that, right, okay. It will give you a lot of different answers.
That's
the thing that you've got to watch out for. Oh, Aussie Mike's dropped. That's why.
Look at Matthias.
It will give you lots of different answers.
It looks like a Andy Warhol painting of Matthias. There's like different pieces of his head all over the place.
So,
look at the fucking.
There he is. There he is.
God damn
now
it,
you got to
Mike.
move him back to where he should be.
Fuck.
Now you got to move everybody around again.
It's funny because Mike is the one paying for Zoom.
Yeah.
Keep kicking him.
But yeah, guys, honestly, like, it was a good fun fight. Now, I was told by our TW officers, most of our guild don't hit till the last 6 hours. And that's when it all changed. Like, you were in the lead, you looked really strong, and in the last 6 hours, the whole rest of the guild woke up, and it was like, and wall fall. And when we did get through the last couple of trip hurdles, it was like, and walls are vanishing. And like, I was struggling to scroll through because I was going, where's Steve's account? Where's the Matthias account? Aussie Mike, kill. And I was literally trying to kill your specific ones, and I couldn't get to them in time because it was like, damn it, they're already in battle. Damn it, already in battle. Damn it, already. I got 2 of them. I got 2. I
think we should also qualify the fact that our guild is on the guild compare for the TWs was red in every single single stat. Your guild was superior and like by quite a margin.
The difference when signed up was just under 40 mil. Now, both guilds that I'm now in don't have you must sign up to TW. The rule is when you sign up to TW, you must participate. So it's like, I signed up, I participated. That's it. So it was a case of, I think we were like 41 or 38 or something like that signed up. It wasn't a heavy sign up, but honestly, it was hilarious. And it was just fun because it was like, in the Discord chat, it was like, I was there going, we cannot lose. We cannot lose. Otherwise, I cannot be on the podcast. Because I know Aussie Mike and Matthias would take the piss. And all the way through, it's just wait, half the guild are asleep. Just wait, half the guild are asleep. Then when they woke up, it was just like, and steamroll. Whoa. Okay. We went through the bottom wall. And it was like, that's where it changed.
I have a question.
Some screen peeping was being attempted by a very dishonest member of this board.
Yeah, I did call Mike out because you were live streaming some TW battles and he had made a comment in our Discord about some kind of a counter or something like that. And I was like, Mike, you screen peeking, fuck.
Mate, we were so against it, right? They had lost 2 in a row, so we were the rebound guild. We were, so many GP less, read everything. I was just trying to, we were still, even with that fucking cheating, we were still way outmatched. So, yeah.
I love that, the rebound guild. We're the TW.
Oh, well, it is.
Cool.
Yeah, we're the rebound.
No.
Just nothing more than a one-night stand.
It might have even
Yeah,
been like
it was
Passinex,
definitely
I think.
you.
I think that like it's a three battle cycle thing. So if you lose 2 in a row, they basically give you a freebie to get you back up. And they'd lost two matches in a row. We were the freebie win. It's just we have been pretty lucky, and because of our participation, that rebound when we do verse one of those rebound guilds, we are generally able to compete, but not this time, obviously. But it's I think it's something like that. Two
It
losses
does
to get a
seem to
freebie or
have.
something.
It does seem to have some weighting that the more you win, the harder you're going to be fighting, which is great.
Absolutely.
That's what you want. But it's when you've had a couple of losses, and like I've been in guilds where we've had 5, 6 losses on the bounce because of their guilds we're against, because of our size. But at the same time, when you do get those few losses, you are going to have an unfair matchup eventually that just goes, and this is a walkover.
Can I say something?
And I think we just killed Bones. I think we just killed Bones.
Can I say something? Because this was supposed to be the entertainment part, and I'm not entertained.
It is
entertaining for the people watching.
Wombrat's gloating, and we're all just sitting here taking our loss as.
And I'm the only one that has nothing to do with this, but I want to be part of this, so I'm trying. So all I've heard you guys say is you've been losing. And how many times is TW a month?
We haven't lost. That was our first.
No. This is my turn. How many times is there a TW a month?
6.
There's 4 or 6.
Is it?
No, there's only
6.
2.
No, territory
there's
wars.
4.
2 week.
There's
2
fucking
weeks.
6. On a territory war week, you do 3 territory wars.
2.
What?
You only do 2.
Jesus
and then
Christ,
it goes
you
back to
guys!
3.
You're a TW
like
guild.
2 TWs, T2.
All right, then there's 4 a month then.
Yeah.
This just proves, because all you talked about was losing. There's only 4 a month. How useless Omicrons are in TW. Don't fucking waste your time. Don't.
They're really not.
Thank you
Don't,
for your
really
participation,
not.
Bones.
Yeah, so just don't apply.
They're really not.
And I have 0.
If you participate in
Fucking 0.
TW Bones, you might be able to tell how much of a difference a TW only can make.
There you go. There you go.
But they don't matter. They're not changing.
They really do.
They really do. Literally, there are a couple of Omicrons on certain characters that turn characters from, oh yeah, we can walk through this with like Phoenix, or walk through this with next to nothing, to holy shit, we need to throw GL.
I know what they do.
Or we need
I'm
to
aware
throw
of
a
that.
serious team.
I think everyone knows what they do. But the usage and the value of them are pretty much nothing. Because I can get through those. It's not a problem. They still have their counters.
You have to use GLs against them sometimes.
Oh,
Mike's gone again.
But the system is set up for you to always. The system is set for you to lose and win so many times. So nothing's going to change. The top 10 is going to outweigh those wins. You know, they're going to beat the odds. But after that, it's just the same, whether you have them or not.
Have you ever heard of the term skill-based matchmaking?
Yeah, and it's set up for you to win and lose a certain percentage
that you go up against are.
Yes, and it's set up for you to win and lose at a certain percentage. And most of the player base and their guilds are going to win and lose the same amount every time, no matter what you apply. Because your rewards are based off your GP, correct? Not your skill rating?
Yes.
So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You're still going to win and lose the same amount.
Now move the cameras back round.
Oh,
move the cameras back round.
Mike, next time you do this, you're just done. You're out of here.
So you say we're supposed to win and lose in equal amounts. Our current win rate is around 91%.
Yeah,
because we
you know what's
encourage
way
sad?
higher than what they want you to be.
Think how much you guys have put into that, and you still got beat by Womp Rat.
Yeah, who's in
Yes,
that?
and do you know what one of the
importantly?
Bones, do you know one of the key factors in Womp Rat's guild's defense being better than ours was? They had more TW Omicrons on defense. They had Jabba teams with 2 or 3 Omicrons on them.
Shit stirring, you realize.
Yeah, he's pushing for
I
Dave.
am.
And Essex has brought up a point, like the other guild that I was in, we won 30 in a row because we focused on TW quite a lot.
No,
we
no,
were
no, no, no.
encouraging
You
TW
didn't.
armies.
They did. You just got there. They won 30 in a row. You're just now getting there.
No, his old guild.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Essex and that were in a
yeah.
different guild like 2 weeks ago.
okay.
That
Yeah.
guild.
And this is
Yeah.
the thing. Like, there are guilds out there that just do not lose at TW. That do not lose.
But, so this
And
is
they are competitive in that.
what I really can't wait for. Someday I will join the Huts Hangout or whatever the fuck you guys are called. And I will never apply a TW on cron, and you'll have to deal with it because I'm your guys' friend. And I'll just be that 50th guy sitting down there, always joining, always participating. I always participate,
Right.
but I'll never have that TW Omicron. And you guys are just going to be sitting there like, fuck, man, we've known him this long, we can't kick him out. Like, and you just...
So
have to
hang
deal with
on, guys. Isn't it a requirement to sign up to your guild to have at least 2 TW armies? So you won't ever be allowed to sign up anyway?
But you can't blank it out for me, so I'm going to sit up there and click it every time. And I'm going to set my
but you
defenses,
won't be
and I'm
able
going to
get
attack.
in
won't let you
because
into the
won't have
guild.
the army.
Oh, I'm coming to the guild, bud. He's been wanting me to come for a long time. It's happening.
Yeah,
don't do
until
episodes in
it
here,
was
you will
voted
be
that this
kicked
was
if you
going
get
to be a guild goal, and now if you're not going to meet that guild goal, you're not going to come in.
Oh, but I bring Zepho, I bring Mandalorian, I bring a lot to TB. I have a lot of fucking platoons, so I would be contributing.
So
Still engaged in everything?
we actually, I'm looking back at our territory war history right now because in our Discord we post it. We went 11 months without a loss at one point.
So you don't even need me to have
I-
Omicrons. If you're winning 30 in a row, you don't
This
even
was
need me to have
towards
them.
the beginning of the guild.
If you're so fucking great by yourselves, you don't need me to have a TW Omicron.
So on September 4th, 2022, we got a loss. Or sorry, September 14th, 2022, we got a loss. And then the next loss did not come until where is it?
So back when there was no GLs in the game, they got wins, guys.
August 20th, 2023. We went 11 months without a loss back when we first formed up, first formed up this guild. Our record was 12-3, and then it was nothing but wins until we were 59-4.
Guys,
I think
7 years
Bane
ago,
and
they
Sol
won a
had-
bunch. Isn't that crazy?
And
That was
Sol had
2
some
years
very
ago,
valid
dumbass.
points.
2. Do you know how to do fucking math?
Back when fucking Captain Rex was the meta in Arena, they won like fucking 64 in a row. Isn't that crazy?
Bones was
Yeah,
that
back
one
when
kid
Leia
in
was a
high
brand
school that
new
was saying
GL,
back in my day.
2 years ago.
I do say back in my day a
GLs
lot.
ago, she was the GL before Ahsoka.
I'm telling you, if Bane helps me out with a big ass account someday, I'm moving that big account into Valley of the Sith Lords, and I'm bringing my old
As
one to
long
you
as
guys.
Bane
So be
hooks
ready.
you up with a big ass account that has 2 territory war Omicrons.
No,
applied,
that one's
you're
not
welcome.
coming over there. My because I need people who will be my sugar daddies and gift me stuff from my own. So I'm bringing my OG account to you guys because my fucking Valley of Sith
And
Lords.
when
I don't think they really
you
like
apply
me.
Your GW Omicrons, you're welcome.
I don't. You're not the guild leader, so you have no say in this. So yeah, no one likes to give me anything but Dark Nar or anything like that. I don't think they really like me because no one comes into from my guild ever comes in and talks to me ever. So I don't think they really like me. They also just put up with me. So I'm moving that
Our
one over to
guild
you
is a
guys.
constitutional democracy.
Yeah.
And Mike introduced legislation to the guild that allows him to be voted out of power. So if he abuses his authority as leader to let you in without meeting guild goals, they will kick him out of leadership.
But no one will know that if you guys don't bring it up because only you officers know what I'm doing. So if you guys don't say shit,
I will
no one
bring
else
it
is
up.
gonna know. All right, I guess you're now back
Okay.
down to special guest because this is a democracy here. Except this is a dictatorship, and I'm determining whose everyone's role is.
I
So
don't
we
know if
can
you
play
can
two
see,
of this
but
game.
I've got some brown on my hand from using Mike as a puppet. He's a puppet ruler.
Ugh, what is that?
Ooh.
What are you doing
In
over
miniature
there?
paint.
Oh.
In miniature paint.
You don't want to know. You don't want to know what he's doing.
Okay.
I do.
Can
All right.
we
Yeah.
move on to the next topic?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
the next topic
Yeah.
and the final topic is basically, well, it was literally 2 weeks ago. Today we started the podcast guild, right? So Mateus and I started brand new accounts. I think
So did
Mateus-
Steve, actually.
Yeah. And Womprat had his 4 million account, and Bones had like a 1 million account. So what all the TW stuff was ironic that Steve was here, but we actually have Steve on as one of our podcast guild members to give a bit of what we've experienced basically in this last 2 weeks. So I guess, well, Steve and Mateus, what level did you guys get to? When did you start, Steve? Was it the same day?
Not the same day, about 3 days after you guys, maybe 2
Okay.
days.
All right. So what level did you get to?
So I'm at 73 at the moment.
Okay. Mateus?
I'm at 75.
Okay. I am in the middle of a battle doing Galactic War, but I am at 75. So we're all about the same sort of level.
Hold on. If I have to
Um,
apply TW Omicrons in your guild, I'm gonna check your guys' fucking phones in at the podcast as well. By the way, get off fucking Swugga and talk Swugga.
We're looking at the accounts.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not actively playing. I only have it pulled up on my phone so that way I can answer questions about
I'm gonna
it.
collect fucking phones when you guys come in. Continue on with
Yeah,
your
Mike's
analyst.
not playing on his phone. He's playing on the app on his PC.
I don't care.
Yeah.
No apps.
All right. So what direction are you going, Steve? What are your farming plans?
So I wanted to go an interesting thing that I wouldn't normally do. So I decided to do a path to Lord Vader.
Okay. Why?
Just because it's something I wouldn't normally do. But
Okay.
yeah, why is a very valid question whenever anyone says they're going towards Lord Vader. Yeah.
I
Like, I
that,
love
though.
the guy, right? But as a first GL, fuck, that's like all those relic 8s I'm looking at.
It's only, I think, one relic 8, right? Or is it 2?
There's
Gas
a
and
lot of
Batman?
7s. There's a fuck ton of 7s and 8s.
Yeah, there's a lot.
There's
of,
a lot
of
eights.
relic levels there.
A lot. It's
There's a lot of fun teams
terrible.
I don't normally use to build along the way. So
But I do respect that. Like, if you're gonna do an alt, why not do some shit you even if it doesn't make sense?
Yeah.
Why not have some fun and do what you normally wouldn't do? So I agree with that.
Yeah. True. Yeah. What are you going for, Mateus?
So I'm just pushing through the battles to get to the point where I can actually unlock the missions for simming them. But I'm gonna do my first big legendary I'm gonna push for is Star Killer. In the meantime, I'm building up an Imperial Troopers squad, and I actually activated Padawan Obi-Wan this morning. So now I'm farming Master Qui-Gon. That way I can start doing their assault battle when it comes around.
Okay.
yeah, that's fair.
Yep. All right. I am doing Executor Rush. Not entirely sure why, because it's pretty boring. Looking at
Yeah.
the way you guys are doing your things, like doing something different. But I was just more like, because obviously it's changed a little bit, so trying to see whether things are easier or harder or whatever. What have you guys thought about the quests? Like how quickly we've been able to level?
Oh, so no one cares about the one guy that actually is in the guild that can talk about this?
And we will get to you. These are the things that you can't comment
You're
on.
not going through the brand new beginner process, Bones.
Oh,
You're
I
on the
am
brand new
too. Just
beginner
because it was
Light
enhanced,
speed
I'm
bump.
experiencing the beginner still. I'm still
How many
experiencing.
levels have you got to?
I'm at 85, but I'm still.
Yeah,
nothing's
exactly.
changed except for
We're getting
player
to
level.
you.
Except for player level,
But we're-
nothing has changed at all. at all.
We're right now we're talking about the process of getting to level 85. When we talk about the next process, that's when you come in.
Right. So thoughts on the quest and whatever to get like levels and that? Thoughts on it?
They definitely made it a lot easier. This isn't my first alt. My last alt was a much slower level grind than this. Um, Being free to play slows it down a little bit, obviously. Like I've complained about a couple of times in the chat, is like, God, if I just, could spend a little bit of money, I would literally just like throw $10 at this and then use it all on buying credits so I could actually fucking level some characters up. Um, and that is like the biggest crunch for me right now. Like literally I could probably be level 85 already if I just had more credits. The only thing holding me back from leveling up right now is raising 3 dark side characters to level 73. As soon as I get that completed, boom, next level. The quests as you go on, it's like level up these level up these light side characters to this level. Boom, you get 5,000 XP. There's another level. Level up these dark side characters to this level. Boom, there's 8,000 XP. You get another level. And they're like every level unlocks a new quest. And that new quest, if it doesn't give enough XP to just get you to the next level, it gets you really fucking close.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
How are you finding it, Steve? Similar sort of
Yeah, I mean, there'll
experience?
be a couple times where like some quests won't appear until after you've completed other ones. And sometimes that can be annoying, so you have to double back and do stuff you've already done. But yeah, the XP they give are really good. I only have time to get maybe one energy refresh, so I've kind of timed it at the moment. So like, if I can manage to wake up for like 5:30, I can quickly jump on, get the morning refresh, the biggest one, get that done, and then I will be at work for the other 2 refreshes. That's as much as I can get done in a day. So you could probably get to 85 in 2 weeks, like without that limitation on you, like if you're doing it on a phone. But yeah, 3 main things I guess I've noticed about the new player experience before 85. One, like Matt said, the credit crunch is insane. 2, Jesus Christ, I've never wanted accuracy as a stat so much in my life before. Everything dodges everything. I hate it so much. It's just Dark Trooper whiffing his shots, and then you lose
That is
the
so
3-star on the node.
frustrating.
Yeah, horrid. Hate it.
Yeah.
And yeah, the third thing as well, just the fact that some teams just aren't viable at all, like prior to 85, which is really interesting. Like Sana Staros, a nice team, makes use of a lot of like the early rebels. So I thought, I'd farm her up as one of the early teams. No, terrible. It's completely useless. So I thought I'd do something more fun and interesting than Phoenix, but no, I'm just doing Phoenix now because, yeah, it's just not good enough.
Ro Karen in chat asks about the web store, whether we can get the Kessel Run energy. Have either of you guys?
So I
done that?
believe it is available. I'm pretty sure I've gotten the notification messages in game about it, but because I'm playing on my phone, whenever I go to try and log into the EA store, for some reason it just forces me to log into the one linked to my main account. You remember when EA first launched their store and you had to get yourself sent an email every single time because the remember me button didn't work? Now it only remembers you. You can't on your phone, you cannot fucking use another account.
So
What you're best to do is to open up incognito mode, go to the web store on that, and just manually log in.
Okay.
there.
I'll have to do that then.
Yeah, because Mike
I
knows
think
every
that-
workaround in incognito mode.
Yeah.
So
Mike's very familiar with incognito mode.
the way that I've also got mine set up, like on my computer, I use Edge for my alt. So like I've actually got to open Edge, which I freaking hate doing, But it's like, congrats, I've got both logged in. I just go onto a different browser and go, fuck
I
it.
never knew you were into edging. Learn something new every day.
Big into edging.
Uh,
All right.
Bones.
Bones.
I do this. But
Tell us a little bit about your experience starting playing
Wait,
back up.
firstly,
Hang on.
firstly on the web store, I think there is some kind of level unlock to it, though. I think it only let me link my account to it once it was level 40 or 50. So just be
you
aware
have
of
to get
that,
to
I
a certain
guess.
level.
I want
Yeah,
to say.
alright.
I want to say that if someone gifts you something, I say you're still free to play. Fuck it. Free to play is different than it was, 3 years ago. If someone's gifting you shit,
The introduction of
you're free
gifts
to-
does really kind of mess with it a little bit.
because there's like big time streamers like Arnold and stuff. You have 100,000 people trying to gift you shit. That's in that guild. So like, what do you do? Like, there's nothing you can do about it. You can't deny that. So yeah, I say if someone's gifting you something, you're still free to play. So what I'm about
But
to talk.
Bones, you're not free to play because you specifically did spend money on.
Yeah,
gear.
I'll go over what I've done. But what I'm about to go over is not about the experience going from 1 to 85. I'm going to tell you how I feel being a beginner in general. Okay, I'm at like 1.8 or 1.9 million. Mike so this is an older alt that Mike bought me or didn't buy me, but he bought me the hyperdrive bundle a long time ago. So I was logging in every day, but then just like I didn't do it for a while for time, and just like the beginner game fucking sucks. It's not fun. They need to come up with a way to give us some basic resources. And I'm talking basic. The beginner game is not better than what it used to be. There's a few things that they've added that makes it an inch better than what it was before. Is it better? Yes, but we're being too kind to them. It's like I would rather weld a clamp to a bridge, put my nutsack in it, and jump off the bridge than go through a beginner account. Like, I fucking hate it. For probably 8 months, like, not 8 months in consecutive, but like 8 months total into my account, I've been trying to farm like 2 pieces of Gear 12 pieces. I've been farming on gold pieces on Admiral Akbar Gear 12 for 8 months, and I have 1 piece done. Like, this is fucking terrible. But also, I'm also farming shards on other characters. Like, this is bad. And then, like, yeah, I mean, like, nothing's getting done. Months and months and months go by. We're a beginner guild, so we're not getting much raid currency. We're a beginner guild, so we're doing Hoth and shit. You know what I mean? So, like, nothing's coming in. Like, nothing at all. It's a horrible experience. There needs to be some changes where I don't know what. I have no suggestions for it, so I don't have any good ideas. But I'm sure there's some great ideas to enhance that experience. But what they're doing,
rate.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
At our current rate, in 4 or 5 days, we'll finally be able to launch our first raid.
Yep.
But
Imagine launching, and it's the lowest tier Rancor raid. And imagine only
We
being
can
able to
do
launch.
the second from top.
Yeah.
It's the second from top Rancor.
Is it the?
You
is-
can't
but
do
how many
heroic.
tickets does that require to launch?
But you can 90,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
But imagine only being able to launch the Rancor raid, not even historic, just the Rancor raid every 3 weeks.
Yeah.
But here's why it's such a bad experience. Because 2CG, you want to move along faster? Here's some light side bundles are fucking fantastic. But you can't be free to play anymore. That's why they're keeping the beginner experience so bad, because only $10. Starve your kids for 2 days. Feed them pine cones, and you can get a fucking GL. Like, I understand if you're a first-time player, but for someone who just wants to play an alt for fun, it is far from fun. It's once again torture, to be honest. It's fucking terrible. Now, Mike, he has 73 fucking accounts. Like, literally, rounding down, he has 73 accounts. Like, I think he really likes it. But I'm someone like, instead of running 73 accounts, I'm going to go play MSF. I'm going to go play Path of Exile 2. Like, this isn't my only game I enjoy playing. So, if it was, then maybe I would have 46, but I would never do as many as Mike does. I do not enjoy this game
How
that
the
much.
fuck do you round down to 73?
He's at
This is why his
75.
construction job didn't work out. He tried building a bridge once. It didn't end well.
Yeah, I welded a clamp to it. I clamped my ball sack, and that was the end of... I was trying to get workman's comp, but they said it was my fault, so I didn't get it. But
You just hit the concrete with your saggy sack.
I am getting old, so it's getting saggier every day. And my nuts are so huge that it's just gravity is, it's doing its thing.
So, anyway.
So yeah, my experience with this account sucks ass, and I've got a benefit of getting ahead of you guys, but it gave me a bunch of 5-star characters I'm not going to work on for probably 4 years, because unless Mike buys me some more shit for it, but he was going to buy me some stuff, and I was like, why are we doing this if it's about the free to play experience? Like, there's no reason for anyone to buy me stuff, because it just makes no sense to buy more stuff for this account. We're doing it for the free to play experience and give people advice and like to tell you guys our experience about it. So I do
think it's time to move the hyperdrive bundle to also be purchasable with crystals. I think it should be $10 or like, I don't know, what's a reasonable amount of crystals you can farm up in maybe
2,000 crystals.
2,000, yeah. 2,000 or a tenner.
Yeah,
right.
Even like $15 or 20, like that's still okay. But like 50 is it's either keep it 50 and
it was
upgrade
the
it.
hyperdrive bundle was $10 before. Now it's back to 50. So if you were going to have that be the case, if it was going to be the equivalent, then you'd need to do like 7,000 crystals or something like that.
I'd rather them keep it at 50 and completely revamp it. I should be getting relic characters.
They did update it a little bit. It's still not great, but they did add like
Krex.
TIE Bomber, Moff Gideon, characters like that.
I didn't know that. Okay. But like 5-star,
Moff Gideon,
no. I want
Krex, and
7-star.
the non-piloted ships.
If you're not going to give me extra things for free, like the revamping some of the just things in general, then I deserve 7 stars. Everything that's 5-star should be 7. In that
Aren't they
bundle.
also still level
agree
80
that
instead of
they should be
85?
7-star characters coming out of that thing.
They're not even level 85.
Yeah.
Just so funny to me, level 80.
The major thing for me is it's like, yeah, we need new players coming in, but the main part of this game is always going to be the end game, the guys that are right at the top and everything else. They do still need to make some improvements to the early game for free-to-play players, but at the end of the day, the reason this game is still going, the reason this game is still doing as well as it does is because, at the end of the day, you've got guys that are spending thousands each month just to stay at the top of Kyber and done.
And just to get them in the door free to play, then, they'll be tempted to spend later on. Because, I don't know, let's say maybe 40% of the people that start free to play probably aren't going to end up being free to play.
But that's not a good reason for it to be a torture to do it. Like, there's some things
that's what I'm saying.
do.
They should make it better so that more people get through the door, and then more of those are likely to end up becoming spenders. Like, it does still help their bottom line.
Honestly, Sol has a very good point here. It's like, even on like any account, if you had done it manually all the way to 85, you're not going to have all the characters. You're not going to have all the gear that you get. You're not going to have all the resources you got. For a tenner, that was literally a steal. Even if it was you had all the characters done, the gear and resources alone were worth a fuck ton more than that.
Yeah.
But that gear is so fucking low level that it doesn't even help a beginner. It helps a beginner get to like level 10 on a character. It's not helping.
The most valuable thing in the hyperdrive bundle is the ability to sim all of the nodes, even without 3-starring them.
Yeah, okay, so what I'm trying to say is the gear will help you. You're not wrong. But it's really helping people get relic materials the most. But when you're a beginner, that shit does not fucking matter for a long time. You want to get your characters to level 12 and then to relic 0. I'm not worried about relic 0 to 7 or anything right now. I just want to get my
The
shit to
Zetas
relics.
help a lot though.
There is 0 gold gear in Chirotech help, and I understand because they're bottlenecks. But like, I don't know, something's got to change because I'm not worried about relic salvage or whatever at this time.
I think the important thing to remember, though, that we're overlooking with a lot of this is that if you were in an active guild with 30 or 40 participants instead of our casual guild that has 9 people in it, you'd be doing a raid every week and you'd be getting that raid currency to buy gear with.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Good question. Big deal asks, how far are all you guys on the dark side path?
Yeah, so I've finished hard level 8 on both light and dark.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
I have not been.
You need to add the allies in the guild. I
Oh
literally
no,
just
no, no!
added.
I have plenty of people added as allies. I just find myself not pushing super far into it. So, dark side, I have completed through tier 6, and light side, I have completed through tier 5.
Actually, sorry, dark side's only 7. I can't get to level 8 yet.
Yeah,
Need to be level
I've been
76.
kind of pushing, but mostly it's like, okay, I want to gear this character up to the next gear level. What gear pieces do I need? Oh, I need to push to that node in order to unlock that gear piece.
Mhm. Mine's
What are you
like
at,
4
Steve?
on light side and 5 on dark side.
Okay. See,
Also,
I had to get a fair way through to get Bosk, the node for Bosk.
Yeah, you need to push for Bosk because of what you're
Yeah.
looking for.
Yeah.
I only, out of my 4 characters I have to farm for Star Killer, 3 of them are Cantina nodes, and one of them is, I think, like tier 7 or 8 dark side. So
Yeah.
Bones?
Well, his light side, light speed.
yeah, the
Uh,
hyperdrive.
Oh no,
Hyperdrive
he
button.
said and also, so I thought he had something to say.
Oh, it wasn't. I already forgot. It wasn't important. I don't
Okay.
know.
here's a good question for Steve and Mike, and I guess maybe Bones would be paying attention to this as well. How many Razor Crest shards do you have?
None.
4, no, 8. It's not many.
Mike at 8.
I'm
Damn,
not
I'm at
touching it.
20.
8.
You're going Robo.
I've even with Razor Crest not being one of my like right off, still been having
Matthias, you're Robo. You're going Robo. We don't know what you're saying, buddy.
Ah, crap. Yeah, my internet. I just got a thing that says my internet connection is unstable. I don't know what's going on.
Are you also trying
I
to
was
get
like-
T-Pain's Wi-Fi as well? Because there's not
I'm
enough
like,
to go around.
motherfuckers, fucking Zoom's broken again. And then I'm like, oh, hang on, no, it's just Matthias.
No, that happened on Scoundrels.
So did you
as
guys
well.
hear what I said or not?
Not really.
20 of them, and then
Yeah,
not really much
I have
else.
20. Just because I know it's when I am ready to go for executor on this account, it's going to be one of the delays.
Yeah.
So,
I do
and
farm
then,
it. I don't know where I'm at though.
my other one, I just saw it in game before I closed my app out. Thank you, Essex, for bringing your alt over to the account. Essex Irons just joined. And also, how are you guys, Mike and Steve specifically, how are you handling mods right now?
You want to go first, Steve?
So I was just the other day got the mod. What is it? Mod battles where you get the like 3, 4, 5 star
Challenges.
Mod challenges.
Mod challenges.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just unlocked that the other day. So I think at the moment I can only get up to 4 dot. I think I couldn't do the 5 dot one yet.
Yeah.
So
I
yeah,
forgot that the
there'll be a
challenges
few
require
characters
you
I'll
to
put
use
4 dots on.
characters that
But
were at certain star levels. I completely
Yeah.
forgot that was a thing.
Yeah, so
oh yeah, I was just saying that there's a few, like the main characters I'll put like 4 dots on, but the others I'm either not putting mods on them at all, or if I'm really hit a wall with something, then I'll chuck a couple on, level them up like to like 9 or so. But
Yeah.
trying to avoid putting a bunch of crap on that I'm just gonna have to take off later.
So I've done tier 2 for all of the mod sets, and that's purely just because I haven't got Captain Rex to 5 stars yet. He's like, what is he? 48 out of 65. So I think once I get that, him just 5 stars, I think I should finish them all because the other Phoenix are all 7 stars. So I think I should be able to start farming mods properly because I am sitting on 2,448 mod energy ready to go.
I'm sitting on, yeah, I've got 1,400 mod energy sitting waiting for me to be able to hit those challenges as well.
Yeah.
That's the
And
one.
I think the sooner we get onto those, obviously the easier things might start to get. But
Yeah.
That's actually the one thing I'm looking forward to on this account is that now that I know how to approach mods, that maybe I can get ahead of people that are around the same account as me in the future.
Yeah.
Someone's knocking on the door. I'll be right back.
But the thing that I would be interested in if one of you was to try and do it is like treat it like your current end game account. So forget about, oh well, this mod's a bit poor. I'm going to take it because I'm a baby account, and see how quick you can actually develop a really strong mod base.
That's what
I-
I'm planning to do. As
Yeah.
of right now, like Mike and Steve kind of said, like the main characters have like a couple of mods on them, but like I have like every one of my characters that I actively use has a mod that has a speed roll on it. But they're all like 1 or 2 dot mods with like 1 or 2 speed on them. And they're leveled to like 6. So once I'm actually can farm the challenges for the 5 dot mods, that is my intention, is actually to follow. I just watched for the first time Tassinix's mod guides part 1 and 2, and I'm pretty much planning to follow exactly that mod guide and see how good of mods I can get onto these characters with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
I
farming.
will take up your challenge, Wombrat. I will use all of the filters I have for my main account on hot utils. I'll like hook it up to hot utils, and I'll literally anything that wouldn't be on my main account, like that I would sell off my main account, I'll do that on this one and see how I go.
I know it will take a while till like you can start building out because you're going to need the 4 dots just to get going, and the 5 dots will eventually start trickling in.
I have
So
sold
not
all
right
of the 4
away
dots.
sort of thing.
I have
But
nothing
like,
under 5 stars, 5 dots.
yeah. So once you've started unlocking those 5 dot mods, just hit them, and treat it like the big accounts and go, you know what? See how quick those mod scores grow, because I reckon with like the knowledge we've all got, and with following like the shit that you would do to push your own account up that tiny little 0.01 that you'll get on your bigger account, imagine those increases on a very small account where you suddenly go, well, here's a 15 speed mod, here's another 10 speed mod, here's this speed mod, here's this, and you actually really lock down on it. You could end up with some really big mod scores and really well modded teams right off the bat, which would be quite fun. It would be terrifying but fun.
So when it comes to modding, I think I'm doing pretty good. I got some pretty good hits lately, but I'm out of currency, out of gold to keep doing it. So
That's the standard.
yeah, but like
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It really is.
So how do you get a good income of gold? Because like on my main account, I have like hundreds of millions. So when do you get
Raids.
to the point? It's raids that give you gold. Okay. All right.
Yeah, raids, assault battles,
once-
that kind of stuff.
Yeah, assault battles gives a good amount. There's the credit heist thing that comes around like once or twice a month. Galactic Wars gives about 600K a day. But with the Raid 1 currency, every shipment refresh, there's always going to be 1 or 2 in the raid shipments, where for 625 of the Raid 1 currency, you can buy 1,000,000 credits.
Yep, good point.
Yeah.
I quit doing that, but I
Yeah.
used to do it every day. So, yep, that's a good
Yeah.
point, too.
Would you use that though? Or would you put it to currency? To
Oh
gear,
no,
sorry.
at the very least, the first Rancor raid we do, I'm gonna spend all of my Raid 1 on credits.
Interesting.
Now,
I would say
when
mods
it
is-
is set to auto. It is set to auto, and I know you guys know I play like every 3, maybe 4 days. I don't play a lot, but if you let me know the second that raid opens, I will jump on and I will smash it.
Hey,
that
guys.
way, at least it helps you
Do-
guys out.
Do the legacy raids. So I believe after they made the raid changes with the legacy raids, they still have like, even if you wipe it out the second it starts, it's still going to be 3 days that it's active for.
Yeah, it
So we
does.
still have to wait
Yeah.
that 3 days. But do they still have the personal reward track as well?
So remember when we did it
don't
with
know.
the huts, as when they started, when we started the Huts Guild, when it got to the very end and you
hadn't-
defeated,
They hadn't come out with the. They hadn't made the raid changes yet when we started the Huts Guild.
why we didn't start with Okay, I see what you mean.
We didn't start with crate. We were still doing historic.
Then what was
Sith.
it? Oh, it might have been when we started Bones' Guild, like the
Yeah.
original.
Yeah, I think that's
So
what you're thinking, yeah.
when you get to like the end of the Sith raid, the boss comes up, but you instantly win and can't do any damage. So
Oh, yeah, that's right.
yeah, so if you're trying to get any of those, like I think it's post 3 scores, I think is one of our
Yeah, so it's actually going to
Missions?
be better for us, Womp Rat, if you wait till the last day of the raid to go in and kill it.
yeah, or give us a
Yeah,
day.
you need to let me know when, or I'll do like half damage. I'll throw a team so that there's at least a score in, because I can't guarantee what days I can get on that account.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
We'll
That
let
is
you
the
know
main
when
thing.
we're ready for you to kill it.
Hey,
Yeah.
guys, come join our guild. There's 10 of us, and half of us don't log in, except for every 3 or 4 days.
It's
gonna be a
hey,
blast.
we marketed this guild as super casual. Chuck your alt in it if you can't find another good home for your alt, or you're not planning to play every day.
Yeah, it's mostly just to
And
get us back in touch with, what the little people kind of face.
I agree. I'm
and
just talking
excuse
shit.
me, it is now 11 people. Essex just joined.
But I
So
agree.
we were down to 9. Lukac
Wow.
left.
Yeah, I
So
saw
we
that.
were down to 9. So we're
Yeah.
now we're back to 10.
That poor guy, he's joined and left so many times in our guilds.
Yeah.
Poor Luke.
Yeah.
All right, we're at 3 hours, so let's get this moving.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
let's-
one thing,
Last
Jesus
one.
Christ.
one piece of advice for a new player that you've relearned or have discovered in this last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Steve?
Aside from team wise, which obviously everyone's just going to say Imperial Troopers and Phoenix, if you can play on the desktop client, because the extra chest you get every day quite often gives you like 200,000 fleet currency, which helps a lot. And with those, take a light side or dark side character up to level whatever, that also applies to ships. So the ships are
Oh.
normally the easiest way to get that feat done,
I did not
especially the
notice
ones
that.
without pilots,
I
because
didn't
they're a
know
lot
that either.
cheaper to level up.
Yeah, because I
There you
literally
go.
have mine, like my ships. I've got the dark side one still to do, and all of my ships are all dark side, except I haven't got a lot of currency for ships either. So anyway, but yeah,
Right.
that's a good tip.
Let's crack on with viewers' questions then.
Hold
Hang
on.
on.
We haven't got many
no
of
one
them.
finished the answer yet. We got one person to answer.
Jesus.
Matthias, your answer.
Bounty hunters. Bounty hunters, bounty hunters, bounty hunters. They've got a ton of events tied to them. They're a solid squad. Bosk and a few other bounty hunters are needed for a ton of things. Just bounty hunters.
So I'm not doing this on my account, but I want to piggyback off that, Matthias. I agree. Dick plate is very easy to farm. Out of the GL ships, Executor's probably the easiest one, and you need bounty hunters, and you can quickly climb up and get those 400 crystals a day if you start working towards that as soon as you can. So I agree with Matthias.
Yeah. I think getting strong allies to get you through the light side, dark side battles, even the cantina, I think you can use allies, is like insane. Like some of them I just literally load up someone in the guild's Jedi Master Luke and press auto and he just fucking kills everybody. It's just it's so easy.
Along those lines, if you know that newer players are going to be using your ally code and you know that like maybe, because you were knocking out some character quests, you still have a gear 10 Omega Fugitive as your lead for light side, maybe just go in and run one battle on manual so you can put an actually decent character with an AoE in there for people to use. Just if you feel like being nice.
Yeah. Reba, Lord Vader.
I don't think any of my accounts have ever bothered with half the shit, and it's just like, yeah, I'm pretty sure. Like at the moment, I'm guessing my larger one has probably got Leia sat there, and it's just like, yeah, enjoy.
Leia would be good.
Half of my allies have fucking Omega Fugitive as their lead for either light or mod battles, and I'm just
is it not random?
Like, this is useless.
It's the leader of the last battle you've done in that.
Oh shit!
Light
I
side
wondered
or
why
dark
Omega
side
kept popping up from my main.
Yeah.
Because
you would have done the 10 battles with Omega
quests.
Yeah.
Shit.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go through and fix
so let's
that
finish this up with the most knowledgeable person in the group.
Yeah.
Even if it's $5-10 a week, put it back till maybe you get about $100. Even if it takes you 8 months to do, get to about $100. Start scouring the internet to buy an account that's around 8 million, and just skip the whole fucking thing. There's a lot of people that will give away an 8 million account. Buy one.
Solid fucking advice.
Like,
I'm gonna be honest, that is some really solid fucking advice.
Don't even fucking do it.
If you were gonna blow a bunch of money spending to like upgrade your own account anyway, you might as well just put that money into buying an account off of somebody that they're auctioning.
Especially if you're gonna like do a $50 for the hyperdrive bundle, guys. There's people out there that will sell a 7 or 8 million account. That's like the perfect area because you're right there where you don't have everything, so you can still have fun farming, but you get a good start. You can do everything in the game. Like, I know it sounds funny, but that literally is the best place to spend your money.
Yeah,
because the beginner.
I gotta agree with Bones.
The beginner is not fun. It's like putting your fucking nuts in a clamp and jumping off the fucking bridge. Save up some money. Like I said, $5 a week.
I don't know about that.
Even if $5 a week will take you a long time, but in 6 to 8 months in the beginner, you're not going to get anywhere. You've done nothing in 6 to 8 months when you start a brand new account. Save $5 a week.
I can't wait until 6 to 8 months from now when me, Steve, and Mike have all blown past where Bones' account is right now.
I doubt it. You'll see what I'm talking about because you haven't even got to me yet. Like, it sucks. Wait till you have all your characters at 7-star ready to go for your GL, and then you're farming those gold pieces. Have fun. Congratulations. Have fun.
What's it?
Okay, now we can move on. We've given
all
our
right.
advice.
Have you got any advice, Wom?
My only advice is follow a decent mod guide early. Like, the earlier you can start doing shit on mods, the better it is in the long run. Like, you don't want to be getting to the stage where, oh, I've got to go back and sort out all these teams. No, get them freaking sorted early.
Yeah.
If you're not going back, sorting your mods out, it saves you so much fucking time.
And we would suggest Tassanex. he's been on the podcast and a bit of a fanboy. I don't know about you guys,
Yeah,
but
I've absolutely become a Tassinix fanboy since he came on the podcast. I watch all his GAC streams. I've been tuning into his podcast. Like, I don't know what. I love Tassinix now.
He's all
see,
right.
Womp is a Fatal fan, so we've got to convert him.
Yeah, remember when Tassinix was on
thing
here
is,
and he kept shutting Tassinix down and goes, well, Fatal does it like this, so
Yeah.
technically you're wrong.
The thing is, like, I watch both. I learn from both, and it's like I have a good laugh with Tassinix, and I can have a laugh with Tassinix, and that's what I care about. Is the person fun to watch? Yes. Does he have great advice? Fuck yes. But the only reason I look at multiple accounts is because I don't want to get trapped behind I'm just going to follow one thing. And that's why I look at Fatals, why I look at Cars, why I look at Tassinix, why I look at about 8 other people that are right at the top. And this is the thing. It's looking at more and more and more than just one target. I look at 8 or 9 different ones. Fatal is my first go-to, but one of the first things I do even before I go there
We're just
is
giving you shit, Womp. We're just giving you shit.
Slugger.gg,
Okay,
then
can
look
we-
at what the top 100 guilds.
We were just giving you shit, brother.
But yeah.
We're just giving.
It,
So,
Okay.
but before we continue on, I want to say when I go to my mods, I go straight to Shaka's account and I copy his mods to a T. Shaka, I think, has it all figured out. I think he's underestimated. He might be the best modder. If you're in Kyber 4 to 3, he's the place to go to.
But how do you mod your Inquisitors when he doesn't like them?
That's why my Inquisitors have 3-dot mods.
He does,
Okay.
yeah. He don't just his Inquisitors
Jesus.
actually don't have mods on them.
My,
That's why he doesn't put them.
my Inquisitors are Relic 7 with 3-dot mods, but they're still doing what they need to do.
And like a shitload of health, and then you go into the Reaver
Jawa
mission and
battle
wonder
and you
why you
fucking
get
lose.
fucked up.
If you're in
Why do you
Chromium,
have 3-dot
Yes.
mods?
if you're in Chromium, go check out Shaka's mods.
Although, yeah, do 3-dot mods even have health on them? Or are they just like
I'm just kidding. I saw Shaka.
nondescript?
I saw Shaka in chat. And I was like, you know what? He's the guy.
right.
He's the go-to.
Okay.
All right, podcast questions.
Yes. So we actually only have 2 questions this week. I was going to wait to cut off the week and see if anybody threw
No,
any more
fuck 'em.
questions in while
I
we
wanna
were
go
on
to
here,
bed.
but
Yeah,
yeah,
I don't
Mike
care.
said fuck that. So first question comes from Bane. He wants to know, with Bones being the current unanimous GAC champion and current holder of the Golden Pinecone Trophy, what trophy does Womp Rat get for his recent TW victory over Mike and for proving that he is the TW Overlord?
That's a good question.
So Womp Rat, what kind of trophy would you
a
like?
golden Tim Tam?
Is it just like
No,
Is it-
it's a what's it? Because it's a
a
food, isn't it?
brass,
No,
a
it's a
brass
game.
Womp Rat skin?
What's it's a
No.
game?
No, you
A
know
tin of
what?
Womp Rat
I
Pod?
would say a golden What's-It because I love
A
What's-It.
golden What's-It?
Oh, no, hang on. No, better than that, a golden burrito. Golden,
golden
burrito,
burrito.
all day long.
Why?
Where'd
Okay.
the burrito come
I
from?
hold
Yeah,
the
we don't
golden
get it.
burrito.
We don't get that. What's the joke?
Now, is that like when you say golden burrito, do you mean is it got the pill in it, like mixed in that turns your poop into gold?
What
No,
the
it's
fuck
just
are you
a
two
giant
talking
golden
about?
burrito.
Yeah,
you
what are
try
you
and
talking
bite
about?
it, it's going to hurt your teeth.
No, you can look this up. There's this pill that you can buy that it's not actual gold, obviously, but if you take this pill, it changes the color of your shit to be the same color as gold. So you can literally shit gold if you take this pill.
That doesn't sound healthy.
Hey, have you guys ever
Popular
had?
with
Probably
certain
not.
princes in the world.
Have you guys ever had a
Why?
burrito?
A burrito? What is it?
Yeah.
A burrito made with edibles?
If you guys have watched Workaholics, my Workaholics people, you know what I'm talking about.
No, I've never seen Workaholics.
literally
This
the
is
great.
some American shit
This-
I don't understand.
Oh, okay. Don't talk shit on Mike, because if you watched one episode, you'd be hooked and you'd watch the whole fucking
Yeah,
series.
Workaholics is actually really good.
It's fucking
I don't
fantastic.
watch it, but it is a really good show.
Yeah, it's one of the funniest shows I've ever seen. It's really good.
Okay. I'll definitely put that on my list of things.
And the guys that did that, they got famous by doing like comedy skits on YouTube, and they made a rap album, but they're wizards, and everything is rapped like they're wizards, and all the lyrics are like wizard lyrics, and like when they talk about.
I gotta check. Wait, is that Shadow Wizard Money Gang? Is that who I keep hearing?
No.
Is that who they are?
No, they're called the Wizards. But I'll send a link,
Okay.
because as soon as you hear one song, you'll be hooked because it's so fucking catchy. It's hilarious. Like when they talk about bitches, they call them winches and stuff. Like it's fucking hilarious. I'll post a link. If you haven't checked them out, they're hilarious. I used to listen to them on repeat because they were so good. So they're really funny.
Is it like Lonely Island, but
You could kind of say that, but
That's what it sounds like.
It's a full album though, and every song is fantastic.
yeah, but Lonely Island have like
Lonely
albums.
Album has like 3 albums.
Oh,
Lonely Island.
I don't follow them. I just heard their SNL skits or whatever. So
Well, they don't have anything anymore. The band kind of broke up, but they used to have like 3 albums. Yeah.
Oh, Flight of the Conchords. Now I get it. Yeah.
I remember Fly the Conchords horrible HBO show. That's all I know about
They're
them.
they're a Kiwi version of what you guys are talking about, I think.
I think Fly the Conchords is terrible, but okay.
All right.
All right.
Different humor.
Moving on to question number 2 is from Tiny Bubbles 24, our recently reinstated guildmate. Some of the longtime listeners will remember.
Former
that he used to ask
trader.
questions all the
Former trader Bubbles.
Yeah, former trader. He used to ask questions all the time. He's actually been a guest on the podcast before while I was on hiatus. He works in sex therapy and has a sex machine.
Literally, you hear it in the back the whole time.
He says, "Hey Huts, Tiny Bubbles 24 here from House of the Hut."
Hold on, yay!
I had asked this question
You know how
to
long it's
Guild
been
Mate.
since I've heard that? Like that makes me happy.
I know, right?
At
makes
least
me
he can
happy.
remember the name, so that's why we let him back in.
The Hut's
I had
hanging out.
asked this question to a guildmate, but what is your go-to fast food place, and what is your order from that specific place?
Whataburger.
Well, Bones, because he's the basic one out of all of us, can go first.
Whataburger. And just like a mushroom and Swiss. Whataburger.
Mushroom and Swiss burger.
Yeah.
Do you have
Jeff's
meat
kiss.
patty with it?
Just mushrooms.
Yeah.
Is it? Mushrooms and
Well,
bread.
burger implies it's already got a patty, so in America we just usually refer to the burger by what toppings are
So
on
I
it.
order a mushroom and Swiss burger, hold the burger. So it's just
So what-
mushrooms and bread.
Fuck.
I'm just kidding.
But like it could be
You're
a
a
chicken
widow.
burger, right? Like you could
No,
have a chicken.
Those are called chicken sandwiches. If it's a burger, it's a ground beef patty.
Oh, Jesus Christ, you fucking Aussie fucking criminals. Like, we're not
Where,
eating... we're not-
Karen, where do you live? Is Carl's Jr. at like around the
We
world?
call it Hardee's here, but yeah.
Mike,
Because Carl's Jr. is in Australia.
There's
But
a
is
Carl's there's a Carl's Jr. / Hardee's like 10 minutes from my house.
Mike, we don't all get trays full of sludge every day, okay? Like,
I know, but like I thought
Yeah.
Carl's
So-
Jr. was an Australian thing.
No.
Okay.
No, it's
All right.
an international fast food place.
All right, no worries.
it's...
all right.
well,
All right,
I'll-
one Brad-
it's not
I'll go
Outback
next.
Steakhouse.
I'll go next because now that I've moved to where I am, I have found it is a takeaway place that does haggis and tatties properly, but they also do battered Mars bars. That is my entire order. Haggis
What
and
the fuck?
tatties and battered Mars bar. I am the happiest person alive on a Friday night because that is my tea every Friday now.
It
Is it
seems
just called
strange,
the
but I bet
heart
it's
attack?
good.
No, it's just gorgeous. It's just gorgeous food. Proper Scottish food.
Okay.
I love it.
It seems strange, but I feel like I'd probably like it. I don't like Mars bars by themselves, but if they're battered and fried, they're probably pretty good.
Battered Mars bar is just heaven.
Is
But
the,
you have to have it as the dessert for the haggis and tatties. So I'm just happy. I'm a happy person on a Friday afternoon. Only
He's-
downside is the place shuts at 6 p.m. So it's like you have to have your tea really early.
Okay.
Why does it shut so early?
It's because literally where we are, there is a town, and I'm further out from the town, but I injure because of how small the town is. Next to nobody eats late, so like I have to order at like 5:30. So I go down, I pick it up just before 6. I grab it right as they're closing, and I come back home with it. And there is no
Okay.
delivery.
Okay.
Okay, Steve,
So-
what's your go-to fast food place and order?
I vary it quite a lot, but the most common will probably be Taco Bell, which is a lot higher quality in the UK than it is in
No.
the US. I've
Different-
heard
Did
it's
you say
different
terrible
answer.
over there.
taco?
Taco Bell.
Taco Bell,
Taco?
yes.
It's taco.
Taco.
Taco. Taco.
That's not my
Yeah, we
problem.
use
But
actual.
in the Spanish language, A is pronounced with the ah sound, which is what makes it pronounced taco.
Hurry up, guys,
I'm
so
not
I can
Spanish.
judge the way you say something for 30 fucking minutes.
We beat their armada for a reason, so it's taco. So
I love
yeah, we use a
tacos.
lot higher quality stuff in the UK. So Taco Bell is actually quite nice here. So from there, Crunchwrap Supreme, 2 seasoned fries because those fucking bang, and probably a volcano burrito.
So
Good God, man.
is the quality, like, are you cool with the quality of Taco Bell? Because here it's like eating dog food.
So that's
Yeah,
what
it's
he
good
was
here.
saying, was that the UK has higher requirements for the quality of meat.
So
in
I've
their
watched
food.
my
Yeah.
wife, or my whatever she is now. She showed me a TikTok of like McDonald's, but in different countries, and some of it looks like fucking gourmet. And it, like Mattia said, it's because U.S. has such low restrictions on food quality
Yeah.
that it's like almost dog food. Like all fast food's
Yeah.
damn near there. But other countries, it's
Go to
higher, so
Japan.
it's better. Yeah.
Japan's McDonald's is fucking
Oh,
night
yeah.
and day difference from
Yeah.
America's.
It almost feels like you've gone out and made the burger yourself out the back in Japan. That's how, like,
Straight
even
out-
compared to like Australia, it's like next, like it's
The other thing too, though, with Japan is that they don't give a fuck about the Super Size Me documentary, so you can still supersize in Japan. And like that shit gets mass. They used to have a breakfast sandwich at the McDonald's in Japan that was just 8 sausage patties on a bun.
8.
The only thing I will say the US is better at when it comes to fast food is your drink sizes are much bigger, and I appreciate that.
Oh, is that why you order a crunch wrap and 2 orders of fries and a burrito, because your serving sizes are so small?
Serving sizes, well, they might be a bit smaller. I'm not sure. They are for some things. I know our fries are definitely a lot smaller servings than you guys have, but our drinks are like the biggest difference, I think. Like you order like a large in the US and it's like a liter and something.
They're
Here
huge.
it's like 600 mils.
They're fucking
A large
huge.
is fucking huge.
what the fuck, Steve? 600 mils is plenty.
He needs
Yeah, no, but I'd like
No,
a
he's
bit
not
more.
saying that a large in the UK isn't enough. He's saying that the US sizes are just that much bigger.
Yeah,
He's a growing
get you,
boy.
but
He's a
geez.
growing boy. He needs all the.
it'd be nice to
Mike,
have the
what about
option.
you?
That's
What's
all I'm saying.
your is Carl's Jr. your pick, Mike, or what?
Nah, they're not that great. I would be Guzmani Gomez. I don't know whether that's anything to anybody else. It's like a Mexican, Spanish, Argentine sort of thing. Portuguese,
Argentine.
one of those.
They're all just different kinds of Mexicans.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about?
So it's a burrito, and they do like chips on the side, and yeah, so spicy chicken burrito, just however it comes really, and yeah, their chips have this seasoning on it, bit of chipotle mayo sauce to dip the chips in. Yeah.
So for me, it kind of depends. If I'm in a rush, on the way to work, I stop at Wendy's because they're on the way and they're cheap. I get the crispy chicken BLT biggie bag, is what it's called. It comes with a chicken BLT, an order of nuggets, an order of fries, and a soda, and it's like $6. Super cheap. But if I get to pick and I'm getting fast food, I prefer Culver's, and I go and I get a butter burger with cheese.
butter burger?
That's the most American thing I've ever
They
heard.
Like a
they
butter
just
sandwich.
call the Culver's burgers. They don't, in
Butter
order to like make them
sandwich.
stand out and be different. Instead of calling them just burgers,
Owen's
they call
got
them
it.
butter burgers.
I love you guys. The fact that you guys
is
find
it
that
just
funny.
a slab of butter? Just a quarter pound of butter in there.
Yeah, it's just a quarter pound of butter with a slice of
I want
cheese
my
on top of
diabetes.
it.
But my
There you go.
I'm going like your burgers don't normally have butter on them.
No,
Like-
for whatever reason, Culver's calls their burgers butter burgers, but it's the same as a regular burger. I mean, it's not. It tastes way better, but it's basically just a regular burger.
Sure.
But for everywhere in America, a burger always comes with cheese on it, pretty much. But Culver's, you have to ask for cheese. It's the one difference.
This is the longest two questions of my life.
Well, the first
Well,
one was
congratulations,
more just a
Bones,
one-way.
because that was that. We're done. The
All right.
questions are over.
Let's wrap this. Like it's now. I never thought we would make our podcast longer, but both of them are getting ridiculous. Like, let's wrap this shit up. Everyone pimp their channels, say their goodbyes. Why find someone to raid?
Tass and next. Do Tass.
Pass next. Pass next. Not that I'm already in the chat, honest. I'm not already in the chat, honest. So Lost Womp, YouTube, Twitch, we'll have all of the Conquest and Datacron videos out over Monday and Tuesday at the latest. They will be coming out for Sector 1, 2, 3, and 4 before Monday. I think Tuesday is going to be Sector 5, unfortunately, but they'll be coming out today, tomorrow, the next day. Enjoy, guys. Enjoy them. So, yeah, other than that, come in, join us, take the piss. Next.
Yeah, check out Womp Rat's channel. He's got a lot of good informational videos. Stop bullying Egnards. Go to his channel and give his videos a like, and hang around and go raid into Tasnix because he's a cool guy and he deserves it.
Also, we do a after show and we hang out if you're a sub. Come by there, sub. If you don't want to come there, go fuck yourself. It's the place to be.
It's now called the Hut's Hangover,
Yeah.
as requested
Yes.
by Matthias.
Oh
and
yeah,
Bones.
that's right. We're changing the name of it to the Huts Hangover. Starting next week, me and Bones are gonna be getting shit-faced drunk during the podcast, so that way you can hang out with the hungover Huts.
Well,
At 8 o'clock in the morning.
I don't even need to drink. Like, I feel hungover after every one of these shows, so there's no need to drink.
Great Datacron segment. He's done.
Steve, tell us how much you appreciate us and tell your bias.
Yeah, always nice to be on occasionally. Yeah, thanks for having me.
Thank you, Steve, for coming along. It was sorry we sort of stitched you up with the TW talk, but that was just ironic that it happened this week. But yeah, it's good to sort of get your feedback on the beginner side of things as well. So if anybody else wants to do similar in a fortnight, sort of our off news week, we'll recap it again. But yeah, and thanks for coming on that journey with us as well. So yeah, and thanks to the other co-hosts and Matthias for coming along tonight. And,
Once in future special, permanent, temporary co-guest.
you'll just, when you go to this new job, it's purely going to be travel correspondent. I'm not.
Yes,
I'm
once
not-
but that
yeah.
new job is still over a month away. So for
So
the next
until
few
then, you're just
weeks-
a co-host, all right?
No,
Don't confuse
special
me.
co-guest.
All right, cool. Bones, you're up.
Seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, so thank you guys. Fuck all of you guys for making me have to sit through this with you guys every single week. It's really torture, and it takes everything I have in my nerve system to even deal with these guys. but I do appreciate them. I do love you, even though I can't stand you guys. Yeah. I'm just kidding.
It wouldn't be the same without you.
I'm just kidding. I love you guys dearly. I appreciate everything you do for me. I love hanging out with you guys. Steve, always good to hang out with you, brother. Thank you to whatever the fuck you are, Matthias, this week. Womp Rat, love you. Go check his stuff out. Mike, love you. But we're getting the fuck out of here. We're going to raid Tassanex, and that's another week in the books, and we'll see you guys next Saturday. Love y'all. Peace.
See you soon, guys.
Oh, all right. My wife's mad at this for taking so long, so I'm gonna go.